Welcome to another exciting edition of The Ravens Flock.
Yahoo!
Welcome one, welcome all on a beautiful Saturday, February 8th. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening tonight. I hope you guys are enjoying the warmish weather here down south. I know that the north is getting hit with another cold front.
I think there's like 5 winter storms.
I am
Can we
And
have cold again?
They're on the 2nd, and I think it's the 3rd that's coming.
Yeah, and by the time that cold weather reaches the south, they're gonna get hit by this giant heat force field, and it's gonna negate it.
Yeah, I'm sending it their way. I'm charging the heat like a Hadouken.
Can it come further south? Snow?
I want the cold.
Again, we have this invisible, really hot force field that keeps the cold weather from coming in.
It's gross. Let's
It usually
take it out.
activates around this time of year.
Ooh.
It sucks. But nevertheless, that's not going to stop us. Welcome to the Ravens Flock. I am your host, Jose Casabona. I'm also the host of Wrestle Rewind, and I am the founder, executive producer, and content manager of this channel. And on behalf of all of us, we appreciate all of you tuning in tonight. And joining me on my left is the host of Los Amigos Play, Japanese culture enthusiast, Mr. Angel Mendez.
Hello, everyone.
Where's your microphone?
Hello, everyone.
There you go.
My name is Angel. It is a pleasure to have you with us once more. It is, as usual, a joy to sit down here with my friends to discuss the fun and not so fun things that happen in the world of entertainment. As usual, I thank you kindly for joining us tonight, and I hope that you enjoy watching this as much as we enjoy making it for you.
Why, thank you, Angel. We appreciate that. And, of course, joining us all the way on our far left is one of our awesome cosplayers on this channel. Give it up for Dragon Fan Cosplay.
Hi guys, I am tired.
She worked today.
Please try to be lively.
She
I'm
worked today.
sorry.
She's a
My
reason.
work has drained all the energy.
Too bad. Get the stick. Beatings will continue until the morale improves.
Angel, what the
I
fuck?
will murder you.
Try it, you'll
Hey,
We
you
don't pay
two.
you to not be enthusiastic. We don't even pay you at all.
Hey, do we have to put you two on timeout?
Yes.
Yes. I want to go into
Excuse
the
me?
corner
No.
and look at the paint dry and feel at peace with myself.
You know what, Angel? How about we
Just
put...
put him in a cage.
How about instead of paint drying, how about instead we take that nice gray wall, slather it in wallpaper glue, and put up an ugly-ass yellow paisley design on there? I read it's excellent for women with the quickenings and with consumption. Surely you could do very well there. There's some old tiny Victorian...
Instead.
Nope, paisleys. Yellow paisleys.
Instead to have the
Angel, you don't understand. You have the vapors.
Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious me.
And of course, joining in on our far right is one of our other awesome cosplayers here on this channel. Give it up for Zayana Rose Cosplay.
Hi guys. Yeah, I'm tired too, but you know what?
Easy.
I had some delicious. You know what? You'll see. You'll say it later. But yeah, it was
Drugs. She's
delicious.
talking about
no.
drugs.
She's talking about our
Our sponsor,
partners
yeah.
over here.
Yeah.
Well,
it
at
was
least
very
you two aren't
delicious,
fighting each
so-
other. I don't have to worry about putting you two on timeout.
What? Why would we be fighting?
I don't know. Why would they be fighting?
I incite shit because I'm a horrible person.
And this is why you belong in timeout.
All right, and of course, let's not forget. The host of the Black Files, my time partner for Wrestle Rewind, Amanda presenting hours behind all the videos on this channel every single week. Bonafide Star Wars enthusiast and Mick Foley admirer, Mr. Juan Rouse.
Hi.
Thank
Thank you for that fine introduction, Jose. Don't you ever forget the mister. No, I'm like, what did you want me to fucking do over here? You're over here, like, throwing a bunch of random, like,
Were you trying to like set up something?
Were you trying to set something up on me? You're
No.
trying to set me up on
He
something.
just knows that you believe in Mick Foley, just like you believe in Joe Henry.
Everyone should believe in Joe Hendry.
And much like all our other shows, folks, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. So hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications. Leave your questions and comments below. We'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker. And for $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you're here to help rescue the Ravens Flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. Since 2013, we've been working hard, staying strong, and making your voice our mission. The only thing standing in our way is the fact that we have to work 9 to 5 jobs just to keep the lights on. However, there is a way that you can help rescue us from all that, and all that requires you can quit gesticulating with your facial expressions. Nobody's looking because we're in a wide shot. You want to freaking throw any goofy faces, then you wait for me to go to the close-up camera. There you go. Now you can do your faces. Go on.
Jesus.
Go on. Emote.
Oh, okay. If you don't do it, then I'll do one.
I'll do it, but damn, Juan, who ate your dessert this morning?
I did.
You did.
There we go.
It was me. When I showed up with that giant ham and chorizo pizza that I ate. It's okay, though. I gave a slice to your progeny.
I got it.
I fed your children.
All right, let's
Okay. Sure.
Your godchild will soon be my godchild. But wait, no, that's actually my godchild.
So the point that
He's already, like, kid's already your godchild.
He's your
I've got
child.
this. Point is, what you guys can do is do what you've always been doing this whole time, and which is continuing to spread the word of the Ravens Flock, letting everyone... You can stop that. Oh my god.
Just keep going.
No, you're fucking throwing me off over here, man.
Ow!
You,
Is he that
does that
into
mean
the
that he
plate?
threw off the
I do it
groove?
every week.
He totally threw off your groove.
Jujutsu's domain expansion.
All right. I'm gonna.
I will. No, I'm like you ruined my groove.
Oh, I am sorry, sir. You have ruined Mr. Juan's groove.
All right. Fine.
I'm sorry. Folks, just spread the word of the Ravens flock. Be sure to like this video, like our streams, like our channel, share our content to everyone you know and love who has a passion for geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything we've seen. We don't just entertain, we like to try to inform at the same time. We try to point out some of the nastier issues that happen in the world of entertainment that we enjoy and in the world abroad as a whole. And as you guys know that we are trying to perform a service. You can go back to gesticulating with your faces, eh? What's the matter? What, are you afraid to show emotion?
Okay, now you're just being childish.
Yes, I am! With your fine help, we can and will succeed. You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store. Link in the description below, and you also get access to all of us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, and your ideas to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. Up in the chat, I saw Jordan Kirby in here. I see Ben Cruz. Up, Ben Cruz, Nikki Bella, Aaron Cooper, and Eli Wong. That would be Project Metal Music over here.
No worries, guys. We'll be talking about what you're talking about in the chat in a second. We'll address it in a bit.
As you can tell, I don't know what sort of bee is in my buttermilk. Isn't that right, Jose?
You're awfully angry right now.
Yes, I am angry.
And I don't know why you're.
Would you like to know why? I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
What's up?
Angry?
Huh? No.
No, we're gonna
a Snickers isn't going to save you this time.
No,
Shiny
guys,
friend.
you understand. Sneakers are not going to help him. Sneakers are a combination of sugars, refined and otherwise, caramelized crap, and stale cookies. Juan is a big, grown.
You're forgetting the peanuts.
Peanuts. Peas. Ha.
He's
Please,
angry for
Juan
the
is
pot
tall
roast.
and wide and filled with piss and vinegar. He needs more than just sugars to get him through the day. He needs the pain that every man craves, because we are a reward for our suffering, not a reward to taking more pain. Juan arouse, and for an extension, most of us needs energy. He requires delicious, tasty energy.
But not just any standard energy. We're talking glitch energy.
Damn right, folks. That's what I need. That's what my body needs right now, which is why we here at the Ravens Flock are partnered up with our good friends at Glitch Energy. Glitch Energy specially formulated smart energy blend. I'm saying it's specially formulated smart energy, as in that's the name of their energy blend. You don't just say it's a blend of smart energy. It is there's a reason why I call it that.
All right, you're getting way too angry.
No, I'm not angry enough. But the Smart Energy brand gets you running strong all day long, just like the Ravens Flock, with zero sugar, zero carbs, zero calories, zero lag, and zero crash. And if you head to glitchenergy.com, you see that these guys have a wide range of flavors to choose from. For instance, for the holiday season of Valentine's Day, they brought up Smart Hearts flavor. Yeah, it's sweet and sour candy flavor.
I need it.
Okay, that sounds like it's gonna be really
That looks
delicious.
so cool.
Behold.
Dude, check it out, man. Smart Hearts.
Reminds me of those candies. You
That's
know the
exactly the point.
one.
Yeah.
It tastes like those candies. I hated those things.
And this
Oh, that
flavor-
sounds like a you problem.
Rude.
The most recent ones are chalky. I don't like them.
They were always a little chalky.
Go hide in the hood.
Kingdom Hearts.
Angel's back from the hood.
All right.
Me with the power of blackness.
But yes, Smart Hearts is only available for a limited time, so get your hands on it right now.
Take a look at how these guys are putting it up. Love is in the air. There are Smart Hearts everywhere. Liven up your game with this sweet and sour treat, limited edition only for February. Who needs chocolates or flowers when you have Glitch?
I gotta be honest with you, I would have preferred if it was just
want
sweet.
it.
Like the chocolates, it would have worked better for me.
Well, there's a lot of just normal sweet
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
so-
true. But you like to point out, Angel. Sometimes you need the sour to help appreciate the sweet,
Oh,
and
it's a
sometimes you
metaphor
need the
for
sweets
love.
in this world
Yes!
in order to actually, in order to understand the
It's
sour.
okay, Angel.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
out of your wheelhouse.
Of course, I have never loved anybody.
Which
But I
is why it's out of your
Sure.
wheelhouse. What's more important is not just the good taste over here, but the savings. Isn't that right, my brother?
That's right, folks. If you go to glitchenergy.com and use our promo code FlockFuel, you'll receive a 20% discount on your order, so don't delay. Valentine's Day is just around the corner. Go to glitchenergy.com, get your Smart Hearts flavor right now. Use your promo code, save that money, and fuel your body.
I want to thank Glitch Energy very much for partnering up with the Ravens Flock.
Remember, kids, crack is whack,
Fuel
but
your
glitch
heart.
is rich.
Also, everyone likes saving money.
Love
Right,
may be a
guys?
priceless thing, but this sure as hell ain't. That's why we're giving it to you for 20% off.
Oh my goodness. All right. So, yeah. Yep.
Also, Matthew Coburn's in the chat. Hey up, Matthew Coburn. How's it going over here? I see Timmy, Amanda, I see The Ravens Flock in the Romper Room Magic Mirror. What in the heck?
I have no idea what you're
You're
talking
not
about.
alone, dude.
Like the one from Snow White?
Yeah, Magic Mirror on the wall.
I see a lovely child with skin as white as snow, lips as red as blood, and hair as dark as ebony.
So, Angel, I have a question for you.
Shoot, fam.
No, this is serious. This is serious.
Okay.
You ever wonder why we're here?
What?
Is that a life
What do you mean
question?
we're here?
You know why we're here? Why are we existing? Why do we exist in this realm?
You mean like in this room right now?
Yeah.
Darth Angel.
Wait, you guys exist?
Hang on a minute.
Wait, I thought you guys were figments of my imagination.
Shh! Don't tell them that. They're not supposed to know. The sleeper need not awake.
I'm gonna
Yeah, no,
wake
that's a
it.
good question. I mean, I don't know. I was just given the mission. You know, I'm just kind of waiting here.
just
The
for
mission?
my orders.
Did you just press start?
Yeah, I pressed start and then the system started to update, and I'm kind of stuck. Bless you.
Gesundheit. But okay, I think they get the point here. They're already commenting on it.
Ramirez, protect Burger Town.
So we are just less than a year removed from the official announcement on March 1st, 2024, that Rooster Teeth would be shutting down and closing doors for good.
Oh, what a time it has been.
According to the Rooster Teeth statement, it is due to the financial dire straits that they were on, and due to the money that they are losing from subscriptions and patronage. Now. And then their last video that they put out was around May, when they had the 4 out of 5 founders of Rooster Teeth just sit down on the couch playing Halo Combat Evolved for the last time.
It's easy to forget how big Rooster Teeth was because, you know, the world moves fast, the news move faster. But back in the heyday, when Machinima, yeah, you remember that shit? Machinima, when it was still around, it was the name on everybody's lips. They were some of those big YouTube channels that everybody was talking about. Every college student was watching Red vs. Blue. Everybody was watching their Let's Plays, their comedic shorts. And when they started to get bigger and bigger and Ruby started, their fame became so big that they reached almost international status. It's easy to forget because of how fast the world has tried to move past them, but there was a time when Rooster Teeth was... How do I put this in succinct? It was it.
It was a force unto itself.
I used to be with it! I used to know what it was!
But then they changed what it was. And what I am isn't it. And what's it seems weird and scary to me.
It happened to me, and well, actually, no, it literally happened to all of us. Damn, shit, never mind.
Yeah,
It doesn't even work anymore.
It was crazy, and a lot of us who are still fans of Rooster Teeth and who stuck around because of the shows and the personalities. You know, they were heartbroken to hear that. Like obviously, those who are disenfranchised by Rooster Teeth for a variety of reasons couldn't care less because they knew the writing was on the wall.
Alas, but still, though, it was one of those, like, you're still sad to see it go, even if you hated it, because it was one of the giants of the web at the time. It was one of those, well, it felt like it was going to be there to stay. They were producing their own shows, their own cartoons, their own comedic stuff, because, okay, unlike, and I'm not dragging them down through the mud here, unlike Team 4-Star, Rooster Teeth didn't rely entirely on something that was based on an existing property they didn't own. When Team 4-Star was forced to stop making Dragon Ball Abridged, that was the end for them. They're still around, but they're clearly nowhere as popular. Rooster Teeth was smart enough to go like, hey, you know what, Microsoft might not be feeling too generous with this Halo IP in the future, so we might as well do our own thing. And they came out with a lot of stuff that was original work, and people loved the original work. So, for the time being, it genuinely felt like they were riding on top of the wave's crest with no sign of slowing down. And then came the sudden stop, if you want to call it that.
And yeah,
The wave crashed across the shoals of capitalism. That thing that you love so much, Angel.
Oh, yes.
Ich lieb Kapitalismus.
She's a horrible lady. She mistreats me every day.
I know.
And yet you keep running back to her.
Yeah,
And then-
I've seen the other woman. She's worse.
And then for a while,
We haven't seen a third woman.
And ever since the closure of Rooster Teeth, many of us have been wondering and speculating what would happen to the original IPs under Rooster Teeth and how it's going to be distributed in the public.
There was a brief time that we really thought that Ruby was going to end with the shot of the Justice League. Look at it.
Oh, God. The crossover movies.
That was officially the last piece of anything Ruby ever made.
Juan still has a death warrant on me for showing him that.
We should do it again.
Oh, God, let's not do it again. Look at him.
Now,
Do you want to do it again?
Now, the end is never the end. As far as we know, Ruby still will exist in the future because it was bought by a different group. Was it Viz Media or something?
Viz Media.
Thank you.
That's
they
right.
Have revealed nothing about it yet. It is likely they have no plans or they're still working on something. Or maybe they're going to do that thing that the corpo just sits on the IP and doesn't do anything forever.
Maybe. But that being said, yeah, no. We're almost a year removed, and we thought that Rooster Teeth was gone. Up until Tuesday, February 4th.
Not unlike a filthy phoenix rushing from the ashes of a dumpster.
Or a giant flaming chicken, in this case.
Arise, chicken.
Or flaming
Arise,
rooster.
chicken. Arise.
Oh my god!
That's right, baby.
You could say that the rooster has crowed, huh?
Rooster Teeth is back?
It's back.
Question mark?
What?
The cockbite has returned.
That was literally
Did you
what...
hear the sound of the roosters?
The rooster has crowed.
Do you hear the rooster sing? Singing the song of dead IPs.
All right, for more information, we have an article that we just shared from GameSpot.com, and the headline reads: Rooster Teeth is back from the dead with one of its original founders in charge.
Oh, hang on a minute, I gotta fix a thing. Give me a second.
Yep, no problem.
While Juan is working on this, we have to emphasize the fact that one of the reasons that completely screwed up Rooster Teeth wasn't just the fact that they decided to go full corpo. It was the fact that a few of their founders were found and fired for doing embezzlement and basically money laundering.
Not to mention scandals, and not to mention the scandals and controversies, which includes accusations of
Infidelity.
infidelity and sexual assault.
Yeah, needless to say, it was there was also those accusations about them treating their animators like shit.
Overworking the animation department and cutting some of the budgets on the other shows.
Yeah, the fact that Montiel, may he rest in peace, happened to die of the most unlikely accident, pretty much at the worst possible time.
An allergy attack of all things.
Oh no, it was a specific.
Yeah, the official statement when Bernie Burns put it out on February 2015 was that it's a severe allergic reaction to a simple medical procedure.
It was not a procedure, it was a medication. Monty and his girlfriend were moving to their own place together and she got a cat. Monty was allergic to cats. So at the behest of his girlfriend, he decided to get an anti-allergy medication. He was allergic to that medication. It was a genuinely unforeseen tragedy. Nobody would have expected that to happen. And
So his cat killed him.
Sadly, my man got killed by the pussy. Is that not the history of humankind from the birth of the fire?
All right.
But I digress. Sadly, we lost a great talent for an unforeseen problem at the worst possible.
And then his IP lived on and limped on alongside him.
All right, but we'll get to that in a future later date. But let's get to this article here. So Bernie Burns, aka Michael Justin Burns, has acquired the media brand and, quote, much of its remaining assets. This came to us on February 5th by Cameron Koch here on GameSpot. All right, so Rooster Teeth, the online media brand famous for shows like Red vs. Blue, Ruby, and various podcasts, is back with original co-founder Bernie Burns at the helm. In a press release, Burns announced his independent production company, Box Canyon Productions, has acquired the Rooster Teeth brand and, quote, much of its remaining assets. Burns left Rooster Teeth in 2020 and moved to Scotland with his family, but founded Box Canyon in 2023. The company is most well known for, quote, Morning Somewhere podcast.
For its Morning Somewhere.
Thank you. Burns directed those interested in learning more about Rooster Teeth's revival to check out the February 5th episode of the Morning Somewhere podcast.
Even put a little video on YouTube for the fans.
Yep, this is just a little teaser video. This is Stage 5, which is located in Austin, Texas, and it used to be an airport before they turned it into Rooster Teeth Studios.
I was wondering what that tower was. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, you can't have a business without a big old warehouse.
All right.
I just realized, hang on a minute.
And there's the vehicle pulled up, and that is Bernie Burns.
House 5.
Yep, Stage 5 studio. Yep.
We don't even have AC on.
Bernie Burns is walking in, and look.
Guys? Why the lights off? I'm back from getting milk.
Oh my gosh! What year is it?
What the hell happened?
Under new management, indeed.
I was gone for 5 minutes!
More like 5 years.
I went to get cigarettes.
Can you imagine the Rooster Teeth with all their employees working in that huge space?
It's
Yeah.
nice to have
Oh
it.
my God.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to realize that used to be a full-on animation studio with production offices, studio offices, mocap shit, and voice
big.
recording booths. All of that inside that building. It's tough to put it out when it's all stripped out.
When you
and
take
becomes-
away all the meat and all the skeleton is left.
And we're not even counting the Los Angeles office that they had back in 2015.
Yeah, you gotta understand how big Rooster Teeth was. I'm not talking about just a single studio. They have multiple studios, multiple offices. They were almost a brand. Ironically enough, one could argue that the desperation to become a brand was what turned into like the problems.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and. Yep.
Yeah, fix the audio. You guys are popping when you get too loud.
Oh.
How about I do this, Luis
Let
Martinez?
us know as it goes. Please,
Yeah.
we will be using you to test our equipment. Please let us know if anything.
Thank you, guinea pigs.
Yes. Yay.
All right,
Appreciate it,
yeah,
dudes.
may as well read it right straight from the horse's mouth here, Jose, rather than
Nay.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Let's read it from this press release article.
horse mouth.
Here we go. So, this is the press release statement here that reads: Rooster Teeth to find a new home with the brand's original creator, Bernie Burns, at Box Canyon Productions. 9 months ago, Rooster Teeth announced that it would shut its doors after 21 years of creating
21
content.
years.
Today, the Rooster Teeth brand and much of its remaining assets have been acquired by founder Bernie Burns and his independent company, Box Canyon Productions. Now, let's
Austin, Texas, February 5th, 2025.
Barney Burns, founder of the original media outlet Rooster Teeth, has officially acquired the beloved entertainment brand. This milestone marks a new chapter for Rooster Teeth as it returns in the hands of its original creator as part of his company Box Canyon Productions. Under Burns' leadership, this historic brand plans to renew its focus on innovation, community engagement, and the spirit of creativity that first defined its success.
Burns started Rooster Teeth in 2003 with a breakout series of Red vs. Blue, the longest-running web series in history. Over the years, Rooster Teeth expanded into a multimedia powerhouse, producing hit shows like Ruby and the International RTX Convention series, while fostering a passionate global fan base. With this acquisition, Burns aims to reignite the collaborative and community-driven energy that made Rooster Teeth a trailblazer in digital entertainment. Hold on, I think I can do his voice here.
Okay.
I'm excited at the challenge of bringing Rooster Teeth back into its roots, said Burns. The heart of this brand has always been its fans, and I look forward to writing a new chapter together. As an early pioneer of online video content, Rooster Teeth set the standard for how fan-first entertainment could thrive in the digital age. With Burns back at the helm, fans can anticipate a renewed dedication to Rooster Teeth's original mission, to entertain, inspire, and connect.
Along with the acquisition, Box Canyon announced a new development slate of productions for 2025, including renewed production of some of the platform's classic shows, a new original audio adventure, Again, and an untitled reimagining of Burns' first film, The Schedule. For press inquiry, yep, okay.
For press inquiries, write them at press@roosterteeth.com.
We should.
Yeah.
And everything else
You know, actually, no, yes, we should.
Maybe we can get an interview with them.
Yeah.
Maybe we can, but that being said, okay, I've been doing a lot of research, and I'm still nose deep into this. I want to talk about this. Don't worry, folks. We are going to do an episode of the Black Files where we go through the entire timeline of the existence of Rooster Teeth from April 2003 until March 2024.
Can we call it the death and resurrection of the Rooster Teeth?
But trust me, it's going to come out a little bit sooner than I had anticipated.
I mean, when you think about it, 9 months are a combination of 3 sets of 3. So, it's like thrice as biblical.
Now, admittedly, my initial reaction when I first heard that they were coming back, of course I was shocked like everybody else.
Obviously.
Yeah. But then I let it simmer for a while, and I'm like, I can't help but feel a little skeptical about this.
I can't blame you. On one hand, you know what? Hey, you know what? On one hand, it's good those people are getting their jobs again, and, they get to work on the things they loved, more or less. But you look like you were about to say something, Mr.
No, I'm not. I just need you to lean this way.
Yeah, bro.
No, as in,
You're leaning so far back that
you were leaning back that far,
You
so
were
much so that
hiding
you were hiding
behind
behind Dragon Fang.
Sorry about that. I was getting
Dragon Fang, we need you as the human shield.
Be my screensaver for a second. I kid. So, I get your skepticism because, hey, listen, nobody here can deny the success of Rooster Teeth. You don't get a company running for 2 goddamn decades without knowing something about business. But the key word is there, trailblazers. That's good. They were successful because they did some of the things that because A lot of these businesses, companies, shows, channels exploded during that time because that was when the internet was really beginning to burgeon into this big, massive, all-consuming thing. Entertainment through the internet was 20 years ago, nowhere near as widespread. I mean, shit, when did YouTube come out?
2005.
YouTube
Wait,
came
what?
out.
Yeah.
Oh God, we're old.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you
Rooster
imagine
Teeth
that
predates YouTube.
You can imagine. People are here thinking, yeah, YouTube was around as long as. What do you mean it wasn't around since I was born?
So YouTube is almost legal.
Yeah, giggity. Point in case is, a lot of things that we take for granted that we think have been there our whole lives actually are fairly recent timeline.
You mean like
wise.
Google?
Internet?
Yeah, like
We're
Google,
older than Google. We're older than the internet.
Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, etc. All those things, they are so prevalent now because they
MySpace.
exploded back then. Same with Rooster Teeth. Things like doing Let's Plays, animated original shows. And hell, let's be honest here. Red vs. Blue was popular for two reasons. One is because it was damn funny. There's no denying that. But let's be honest. If it was using any other property that wasn't Halo at that time, would it be that big?
No.
Fair point, because
Halo.
because the Halo series was popular in the mid 2000s.
Halo was the defining genre of video game for a long
It
time.
was the Game Wars.
Yeah, trust me. Just because you don't know, believe
Oh
me.
no, I don't like to play
Tried
it.
Halo.
No, that's
But I
fine.
know it was
It
freaking
ain't my
popular.
thing, but it basically reshaped multiplayer for the foreseeable future.
I will give it that.
To this day, every first-person shooter that comes out is still chasing that fucking dragon.
Oh, okay. So make no mistake, Rooster Teeth was definitely ahead of its time decades ago
Yeah.
when they were putting out their own content, and they were light years ahead of everybody else. But now,
This is
fast
now.
fast forward to 2025, everyone's already caught up, and now nothing is unique anymore.
Exactly. If you want to, like, stand out among the crowd, goofy movie Michael Jackson impression, if you want to, like, really put your mark, you got to rely on something more than nostalgia. You got to come in with something big, because when everybody else is doing what you already did, and in some cases better, see, this is the question. What do they plan to do to blow us away this time? To go back and hit that resubscribe button.
Juan, your thoughts on the sudden return of Rooster Teeth? The announcement of the return.
I still don't know why we're here. On
Are
the
you also
skeptical?
skeptical?
I am cautiously optimistic, and only cautiously so, only because I've been burned before. Not by Birdie Burns, but I have been burned. No, I'm not. That wasn't meant to be a pun. I'm realizing that I'm puntacular, but it's not on purpose.
Don't burn yourself out thinking too hard.
Yeah, I don't want to
Well,
burn.
I actually do agree with you because, like, we have seen a lot of things go out and we thought they were done.
And then they came back.
And, yeah, they were rebooted or, someone
then
else
it
bought them
just
and they
fell
tried
flat.
to do something with it and it's...
Okay,
Yeah.
let me give y'all a little example over here, and it's actually back in the GameSpot article that kind of illustrates the timeline that we're thinking of here. Upon its creation back in 2003, Rooster Teeth solidified itself as an early internet juggernaut and pioneer in online video content and podcasts. The brand was acquired by Warner Brothers as part of its acquisition of AT&T and Discovery in 2022. 2 years later, in March 2024, Warner Brothers Discovery opted to shut Rooster Teeth down after the company had remained unprofitable in recent years. More than 150 full-time employees and numerous contractors and content creators who worked with the company part-time were affected.
Get out.
Warner Brothers Discovery was said to be in talks to sell off Rooster Teeth's most popular properties, including Red vs. Blue. Let's see, the long-running series which uses in-game models, animations, maps, and general multiplayer settings of the FPS series Halo to tell its story, ran continuously from the company's founding until the release of the feature-length film Red vs. Blue Restoration, originally intended to be the show's 19th season in 2024. It's unclear if Burns has reacquired the rights to Red vs. Blue or Rooster Teeth's other most popular shows.
Though Rooster Teeth somewhat controversially rebranded in 2023 with a new logo and tagline to celebrate its 20th anniversary, it looks like Burns is opting to use the brand's original Chattering Teeth and Rooster logo, perhaps a sign he is looking to return to the company's roots.
There's a lot of work to do around here before our relaunch, Burns said with a statement of the now under construction Rooster Teeth website. In the meantime, I hope that you will join me in welcoming back a brand that has been so important to so many people for so many years.
I'm just thankful he went back to the original logo because, man, Rooster Teeth got a lot of shit for the new one.
Deservedly so.
That's why we're a little,
Terrible.
like, we're kind of hopeful, but also
We'll
it's like,
judge it when it comes
we'll
back.
see.
Oh, another thing I forgot to mention. Another thing that was important. That's another thing that you don't notice anymore, but opening their own website again. There was a lot of that going on back in the day. In fact, famous, well-known video game Let's Players, two best friends play, Matt and Pat, who now went off their own separate ways.
Wait, Matt and Pat were two separate people?
Yeah.
And now
No,
he's...
different Matt and Pats.
Okay.
He used mitosis to become two Canadian men.
No, that's meiosis.
Meiosis. I thought it was mitosis.
It's one of the two.
Well, the
But keep going.
Point is, he split himself.
Before you activated
But that's just a
diffusion-
theory. Okay, gamer theory.
Before you activated diffusion and turned that dude into two dudes, I remember this
So,
because I
so
used
it
to
was
listen
kind
to
of
their
like the Digimon
podcasts.
movie.
Actually, yeah.
It's like the Digimon
Who
movie.
can count
Ding.
backwards
Ding.
from 10? I digress. There was this Canadian group called Two Best Friends Play or Super Best Friends Play. They split up, they went their own ways, but previously they were they were doing so much money on that shit that they opened their own website. And you don't remember it because it's gone for a while, but a lot of companies had their own websites and they would upload their own videos, their own podcasts, everything there. But then the costs for maintaining that website were too high, and eventually they would dump everything back in YouTube. If he's willing to take the risk of opening the website itself, that means that he has ideas. Now, whether these are good ideas or bad ideas, I would like to hope
Still
they're
too
good.
early to know.
I would like to, but the question is, once again, what does he have in mind? Because this Rooster Teeth, after a while, it was only known for the Ruby, for
And Red vs. Blue.
and for a lesser extent, Camp Camp.
Oh, don't forget their successful other channels, Achievement Hunter and Funhouse.
Achievement Hunter and Funhouse. Funhouse doesn't exist anymore.
So, but they can't do
I
any
miss
more
those
Ruby,
fuckers
can
like you
they?
wouldn't believe.
Because-
That's just
They
it.
would have
We're
to buy
not
their
sure.
rights back from Viz Media.
Yeah, because Viz bought
Either
that,
that,
so
or they would have to make like a collaboration with Viz Media. Like, hey man, we give you our animators, you give us the budget, we do something.
I can see that.
Yeah, no.
It's like they have the rights to produce, to air Ruby.
Yeah.
But does Viz Media have the rights to
have the
create
full rights?
more
And
Ruby?
wasn't it that Viz wanted to keep it alive so that it just doesn't die?
It's
Isn't
just
that, is
like-
that why?
yeah,
That's
cool.
why.
But yeah, that's like,
Yeah.
but Viz Media really doesn't handle actual
but-
production. They
but
do more
but
like
they
distribution.
rescued it. But they rescued
So-
They
it.
rescued it from the heat.
So maybe
maybe
there
back.
probably will be that
It's like a business
collaboration.
collab, you know. Rooster does the production, Viz Media distributes it.
Yeah.
We could get back in.
Partnership.
It's time for the Ruby reboot.
Partnership.
Oh, God.
The reboot.
What's up, Juan?
No, I was going to say the Rebooty.
Ruby. That is an actual term they use in the fandoms.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah. Yeah. The fans use that term. When they
What?
Yeah, several times.
What the fuck?
I mean, are you surprised? This thing. Let me put it this way.
Yes, I'm very surprised. Tell me more.
Fun little fact: in 4chan, which I investigate every now and then, there's a specific board
Investigate.
called trash, which is where they put the stuff that they don't put in any other board. It's usually just fetish content. The Ruby threads have continued to populate that area ever since the show ended. They basically go, whenever a season is over, we move all the threads to trash, and when the season comes back, we move it back out to like the regular boards. And they have kept the fandom going from there. I'm not kidding. It's still going.
Yeah.
So
no.
there's you
But
know what? There's
it's
nothing
going for the sake of fat material, though.
Well, yeah, no shit. It's the internet.
All right, but
No,
getting
it's 4chan, and it's literally they're like you're the one telling you that it's really like just like fan art and smut and stuff in there.
Oh yeah, no. I'm talking about Twitter. They put that there too.
all right.
The
So
fans are filthy, dude.
getting back to the main subject. Shut the fuck up. So getting back to the main subject here.
to shut up.
You know something? Dragon Fang does have a point. It is a little too early to tell, and as much as I would like to be optimistic about Rooster Teeth coming back, I have no doubt that there are a lot of folks who are looking at this announcement and who are paying close attention to Rooster Teeth with a lot of scrutiny because over the past in the 21 years that they've been around, like they have betrayed the trust of a lot of the folks who are disenfranchised due to the declining content of their animation projects and their other projects, due to stories of mismanagement and how the employees were worked overtime, and due to lots of scandals and accusations against a lot of the company members. And just due to the over corporatization of Rooster Teeth.
Not to mention the declining quality.
That was literally the first thing they said.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Yeah, no.
How could you be so? How could anyone be so crass as to alienate LeVar Burton's daughter?
It's amazing, but somehow they did it.
We're going to touch on that.
Why would you do that?
Oh, no.
Even if we were to take away the fact that she's the daughter of Lieutenant Commander Geordie motherfucking LaForge, chief engineer of the Starship Enterprise D and E, she's still a fucking hell of an actress, and you're so fucking close enough.
You know, one good thing came out of all this, though.
Fucking
What's up?
The career of that musician girl. The one who makes the music for Ruby.
Casey Lee Williams.
She began singing when she was 15, and clearly her talent was incredible, because even then she was making beautiful songs. She and her, I don't know if it was like her partner or her dad.
Jeff Williams?
Yeah.
I think that's her dad.
And her dad basically have been maintaining her own personal brand, and they made every vocal song you hear in Ruby is from her. She's that good.
Okay, that's impressive.
She
Yeah,
basically
Casey
put
Lee
out
Williams
some
also
beautiful
did
songs.
that one song I showed you from Sonic Shadow Generations.
Yeah.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was her. So yeah, she basically Ruby catapulted her little known brand into fame. She was already known, but this made her really known. So who knows? Maybe she might come back with this.
But speaking of people who from Rooster Teeth, like that brings another question, and like, would any of the other like founders want to go back? Because if you look at the last videos from Rooster Teeth, like Jeff, when he was speaking with the other cast members who were talking about the closure, like Jeff was destroyed, like he was mentally, emotionally checked out. Jeff Ramsey.
Yeah, there is a chance that the others might genuinely want to come back. Maybe some of them are burned out. Maybe they feel like this is the end of the road. Maybe they just don't want to go through that, like the possibility of that, like emotional distraughtness again. So there is a big chance that Burns might be running the show by himself, which, depending on how he runs the show, might be good, might be bad.
Come on,
You
dude.
can make it or break it.
Exactly.
It's Dragon Fang, yeah. Looking in the chat over here, Ben Cruz, yeah, if you listen to the latest episode of the podcast, Bernie goes to much detail about it.
I'll have to check
And then
that out.
And he also said, look what happened with G4 with its revival. Rooster Teeth is so nostalgic, says Kyle Canna, like G4, Screw Attack, Destructoid.
Oh.
Ruby has a deal with DC as they meshed up with Justice League. Jeff has his own podcast and YouTube
Something
channel.
good came out of that, okay? 17 minutes of John getting a new waifu came out of that. That was good to me.
Yeah, but nobody.
Wasn't the waifu the Green Lantern, though? What's her name?
Yes, the Latina one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Jessica
but nobody.
Cruz.
Okay, but nobody asked for Batman and Weiss flirting with each other.
You're right. No, I never asked for that. That was kind of weird.
That was the.
Those were grown.
What I miss? Hey up, D. Joseph Santos. Welcome to the Ravens flock. We're talking about Rooster Teeth coming back.
Yeah.
What about this? We're only 50.
We're flipping coins and hoping it'll land on heads.
You know what? Let's actually ask the audience
Let's
here.
pull a poll in
Yeah,
there.
go right
How
ahead,
do you
but-
feel about the return of Rooster Teeth?
But
We're putting up an
all right.
actual poll. So
Well,
give me
Juan's
that.
putting up a poll. Ziana Rose, your thoughts?
I never really watched it, so
Any of the
My-
stuff?
I watched a few, but never really
Got into it.
enough to really get a grasp on a lot of things. I did like their outfits. I do know at least how it all changed with all the character arcs and then the outfits changing and the upgrades and
season.
stuff. But for me, I'm not as affected as others, again, because I really wasn't part of the fandom. I was going to, I just got lazy in watching.
No, it's okay.
always
It's okay.
like-
But yeah, no, I'm optimistic. Hopefully it turns out well, because I mean, I know there's tons of fans who see this and are like, please let it be good. So,
Please let it be good indeed.
that's
Yeah.
all you can hope for, honestly.
Yeah, no.
Prepare for the worst, hope for the best.
And like I said, folks, we are going to come out with an episode of the Black Files in a later date, a little bit sooner, but not too later. And we're going to go through a deep dive throughout the timeline of Rooster Teeth from 2003 to 2021. It's going to happen. Oh my god!
It's gonna happen.
No,
The question-
I'm sorry. From 2003 till 2024. I'm so blah.
The question is, what is going to happen? Because, like I said, something is happening, but we don't know what is happening. Also, the first episode of Ruby was released in 2013, way earlier than I expected.
That's right. Yeah, no.
Wait, when?
The first episode of Ruby was
July
released
2013.
July
That was
2013.
12 years ago.
During that time, I was
Dang.
watching Symphogear G. Symphogear is pretty sick. Everybody should watch Symphogear. Also, oh shit. Hang on a second. Let me check that I make sure that I have the right information. What else came out during that time? Attack on Titan came out roughly at the same time. Think about that for a second. It was a big explosive thing. But it is one of those cases where, okay, this can work, but the question boils down to what is this guy gonna do? Because you said he left in 2020, right?
Bernie Burns left Rooster Teeth in June of 2020.
When was Rooster Teeth acquired by WB again?
According to my research, Rooster Teeth was acquired. It was first acquired by Full Screen back in November 2014.
Okay.
And then later it was acquired by AT&T, that acquired Warner Media, that acquired Art Media, that acquired Full Screen, that acquired Rooster
Jesus
Teeth
Christ.
back in 2018.
Do you think that's when he decided he was going to leave?
It was a Pac-Man thing.
Like he saw the writing on the wall, and he's like, I gotta go.
Nom.
With the acquisition of AT&T and Warner Media Discovery, that really tightened a lot of finances for Rooster Teeth.
Yeah, because when you have somebody else dictating whose purse strings you're gonna pull, you gotta work by their
Dead
rules.
Fantasy. See, I remember Dead
I
Fantasy.
remember.
I
Everybody
remember
remembers
that.
Dead Fantasy.
I watched it. That was
All
cool.
right, folks. Juan Arouse has just posted a poll for tonight's episode here.
Poll. So, let's see. What are the options? I'm showing everyone. Stop it.
There's only one option.
No, I'm excited. Yeah, Rooster Teeth. It should stay dead. R.I.P. Rooster Teeth, or cautiously optimistic.
I'll go with the cautiously optimistic.
They're going to the poll! Going to the poll, people! I didn't just get up to try to make the poll off the phone,
right,
but
one
I didn't
moment.
want me to, and so I had to throw my phone away and get on the computer in order to actually type it up on here like a freaking doofus!
English one.
Vote on the poll. Democracy. There.
Democracy, you
Yeah, that
say?
thing you claim to love.
Did he say democracy, chat? Holy shit! I need to democratically tell you how cautiously optimistic I am. Speaking of...
Good grief.
Though this is a completely unexpected segue, I am happy to let you know that Hell Divers has more or less recovered all of its fan base.
Oh?
All they had to do is convince Sony to, give them back international access, but they really rolled back all the shitty gameplay decisions. So the majority of people are really happy, especially because the most recent release of updates brought in the explosive weapons.
Yay, CZ on
I voted.
Prepare. I'm doing my part.
After listening to us, you guys all talking, I'm like, it's too loud. It's too loud. Go away.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing.
I did my part.
Come on, Dragon.
Did you vote today?
We have the subscriptions.
What's up,
We need you.
All right, so we got. Everything okay?
Dragon Fang is also looking to vote.
Yeah, please cast your voices. I want to hear them.
I was gonna say, if you need any help, Angel can help you.
Now,
What I miss, I don't know who that is. You don't know who Rooster Teeth is? They did Red versus Blue. They did Ruby. You don't know them?
It's been 20 years, bro.
It's like still.
Snake.
No direction, as I never watched a thing from them to begin with.
No. Oh wow.
I guess
Okay.
that person wasn't on the internet during that time.
No, Matthew Coleman, it's okay. It's not the end of the universe. We won't judge you anyway. Dead Fantasy was so good. R.I.P. Monty Ohm. Yeah, he was awesome.
But that being said, this is sort of good news for now, and I appreciate that. Do we have anything else to keep the good news train rolling, Juan?
Is there good news?
I
Well,
hope that when they inevitably reboot Ruby, somehow they completely fuck up the writing and they make John the best character again. By mistake.
Sorry, Angel. I don't think that lightning's going to strike twice.
Come on, let it happen. I need more people to get bitchy and salty about how he's the writer's self-insert somehow.
Dragon Fang voted. We all voted. There we go. Okay, let me close this.
I won't lie to you. At the end of the day, I do fear the possibility of reboots because many times we have heard the whole thing. Hey guys, the thing that you love so much is coming back, and then when it comes back, it's just complete shit. So I worry that thing may happen to Rooster Teeth, and I worry that it might happen to other things that I once loved.
What do you mean, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
I was gonna say SWAT cats, but this works too.
Ham-fisted. No. Where was?
No, I can't slap it. Otherwise, I'll not.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Just
god.
leave it
On the
alone.
camera.
Just leave
Okay,
it alone.
you have no idea how to segue. Yeah, this was a post that was put up on Sarah Michelle Gellar's personal Instagram here. And yeah, if the apocalypse comes, beat me.
Now here's another thing that was massively big during the aughts that vanished from the face of the earth.
Actually,
Mid to late 90s.
Mid to late 90s, and it ended in
the 2000s, bro. We never left.
All right, but let's go ahead and get into it. Wanjo?
Okay, so there had been some talk, some rabble, some babblies in the on the Webernets that a revival of Buffy the Vampire Slayer may have been in the works. To which Sarah Michelle Gellar herself, the actress who portrayed the Slayer himself. Oh yeah, no, to this day, oh dear God, she's
Fantastic.
so gorgeous. This is the official little statement she put up after this photo. Okay. And if it's the print's too small to read for anybody, don't fret, don't worry. I'm gonna show us all over here. Stop it. There, open. Okay, so You might have heard some news this week, but I realize you haven't heard from me. 3 years ago, I got a call from my dear friend and mentor, Gail Berman. She told me that she wanted to sit down with Chloe Zhao to hear her take on a potential Buffy revival. I was blown away that Chloe even knew who I was, but as I've always done, I told Gail that I just didn't see a way for the show to exist again. Oof. We'd always been aligned on that, but this time I heard something different in her voice. I eventually agreed to go, mainly just to meet Chloe, and our 20-minute coffee quickly turned into a 4-hour adventure. We laughed, we cried, but mostly we talked about how much fun this show means to us. While I didn't agree to anything at that meeting, I did shock myself by agreeing to continue the conversation. These conversations did, in fact, continue over the next few years, and eventually we added the incredible Nora and Lila Zuckerman to our little tribe until ultimately, one day, we landed on an idea. I've always listened to the fans and heard your desire to revisit Buffy and her world, but it was not something I could do unless I was sure we would get it right. This has been a long process, and it's not over yet. I promise you, we will only make this show if we know we can do it right, and I will tell you that we are on the path there. I feel so lucky to be on this journey with these 4 unbelievably talented women, all of whom love Buffy as much as I do, and as much as you do. Thank you to all the fans who never stopped asking for this. This will be for you.
Oh,
Okay, that sounds good.
dang man! I think Angel's crying inside.
And within the YouTube channel, the Flockers did say that Angel Mendez's heart grew half a size that day.
Call the paramedics. I think I'm having an arrest.
The
I'll be
fact.
honest with you. No, you know what? Go ahead. You say your
Oh no, I
part.
was saying the fact that they said they didn't want to do it unless it was done right
And correctly.
means that they're like, if we think this is gonna be good, then I mean,
If it's
If
has
this
a chance
fits, it makes
it's gonna
sense,
be
and if it's
bad,
gonna be
then
good.
they're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
It's good.
because they're like, we don't want to fuck up. That's good. You want the actors to like, we're not gonna do it if we think it's gonna be crap. So,
Or if it deviates.
I have high hopes for this. I loved Buffy back in the day. So, cross your fingers.
Angel, you're being uncharacteristically non-hyperverbal.
Crossing fingers. There you go.
I want to be positive about this. But. Once again, coin flipping here, because listen, I have my reservations about the guy, but there is a reason everybody praised the writing of Josh Whedon. He knew what he was doing. If you want to get this right, you gotta do it the way he did it, or you gotta make sure you know what you're doing. So, on one hand, we don't know where the story is gonna go. As Juan told me, when the show ended, I haven't gotten to the end yet. I'm taking my time watching it because I got the entire DVD collection a while ago.
Hey,
Yeah,
Nice.
you were there. You saw me when I bought it.
I know.
It's massive.
Physical media, motherfuckers.
Hell yeah! That physical media, you will never betray me. But anyway, I like the show, and I understand from what Juan told me, while the show ended in a decisive, conclusive note, it left some strings hanging just in case of the adventure may yet continue kind of thing. Yeah. So we have a solid idea of where to start. However, we cannot stop the march of time. The actors and actresses have gotten older. We cannot avoid that. So it is likely that if we get a new series, it will be about the successors of Buffy. You know, like she will be trying to train a new band of Scoobies, trying to teach somebody else to fight vampires, that kind of thing.
Funnily enough, I'm sorry, I don't know what I mean to sound like a little bit of a spoiler. I don't know how
Go ahead,
far
shoot,
along
shoot.
you were in your viewing. Close to the final seasons, close to the ending seasons, that's kind of what they're up to.
There we go.
They're
Perfect.
raising
there you
an
go,
army of new
continuation
slayers.
from that.
We have a solid start, which is we gotta raise a new generation of Slayers because the vampires don't sleep and neither does justice.
Now there is a little asterisk to this statement here
What's
because
that?
it does point out that this project of a reboot for Buffy the Vampire Slayer will be headed by director Chloe Zhao, the same director that gave us Marvel's The Eternals.
Okay, that doesn't exactly raise my expectations, but
I know, you weren't big a fan of the movie about the Robo Space Game
I
robot
wasn't.
thingies.
But here's my deal. I gave Zack Snyder a second chance with that animated series, and he didn't let me down. I can give this lady a second chance with this series and hope she doesn't let me down. I'm gonna be skeptic. I'm not gonna throw all my eggs in that basket because now the basket is full of broken eggs. Poor
Why are you throwing eggs, Angel? The shits are expensive.
Expensive,
It
man.
was a metaphor, and the metaphor got away from me, like the eggs, because they were stolen.
You mean
Anyway,
they got scrambled?
I'm willing to give this a shot based on the usual 3-episode rule thing. Like I said, it is unlikely that it's going to be exactly what I remember it. I try to make sure not to let nostalgia blind me. But if the writing can be solid, I don't need the writing to be exactly how it was before. But if the writing is good, if the story is good, if the action is good, if the comedy is good, if it's good, I know I'm sounding like a broken record here, but I'm gonna taste the food, and if I'm not throwing up by 3 bites, I can rest easy. But right now, I'm not going to have any strong emotions one way or the other because there is genuinely too much in the air for me to decide whether this is going to be a success or a failure. Especially you telling me that the person who directed The Eternals is getting into this.
Well, she was the one who's Chloe Zhao is the one who's talking to Sarah Michelle Gellar.
What's her name? Chloe what?
Chloe
Chloe
Zhao.
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 Let me see what else he's done. I don't like to use this as like a... she's a Chinese filmmaker. Okay, there we go. Let's see what she's worked in. She's worked in Eternals, Nomalad, The Rider, Hamlet, Eternals 2. Oh yeah, we're getting a sequel. Christ.
Wait,
Sons of
what?
My Brothers,
Oh, yeah, no,
and
there's
The
more
Graduate,
Eternals
and
coming
The
up.
Graduates. Okay, so unfortunately, I have not seen any of her filmography, so I cannot really get a basis of judgment of how she works. It looks like she specializes in drama, lots of drama. And well, when you think about it, Buffy was basically a big fancy teenage drama, so...
Yeah.
This could work? Maybe? China is doing pretty good with entertainment. Chinese games are kicking ass right now, so I will give her the benefit of doubt.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you.
It's
there.
like the new Fairy Odd Parents cartoon, you know?
Of
Like
course.
the Fairly Odd Parents is doing fine.
Yeah.
It's not
I gave
exactly
it-
like it's
not
as in
exactly-
it's doing fine. As in, it's doing what it says it's doing.
be fair,
Like
though,
newish, new kid with what's her face?
I know.
London Cosmo.
I'm just sticking with the original for
That's
that one.
fine.
That's okay.
That's not exactly a fair comparison because for the new show, they did brought back Butch Hartman for like a producing consultant. So he basically gives them cliff notes. They're not, for as far as we know, Josh has nothing to do with this. But he's not the key to the success of the show completely. So maybe this will work. If it doesn't, well... Shit, we tried.
And they ruined it.
Shit, we tried. But I respect the fact that the director understands that they're undertaking a very big project with a lot of fans that are very picky about how they want their food to be prepared. So I appreciate that she's at least telling me that she's doing her best. So even if she doesn't succeed, I can understand that it doesn't come from a place of, I'm going to do this better. Because, you know that thing they do when they reboot an old property and they go, yeah, we're going to do it better.
So-
because we have our own ideas about
I
it.
do have an example for that.
Go on.
You remember how amazing the original Thundercats was?
Yes.
Yeah.
To bring that up.
The first reboot was actually pretty damn good.
Those damn
I
solid-
love it.
And
Will Friedle, for crying out loud.
And
He was
then-
Lionel.
And then they threw it in the trash.
well, and then because of really bad scheduling,
They
they
threw it
said
in
it
the
wasn't
trash.
good, and they threw it in the trash. And then they did Thundercats Go, which is
Yeah.
shit.
I thought it was Thundercats Roar.
Pissed.
Is
It was
Roar?
Thundercats Roar.
You know
Whichever
what?
one,
You're
it was
thinking
shit.
Teen Titans
Here's
Go.
another
Yeah,
example. Here's a good example for you. The Mandy Show. Sorry, no, the Belma Show.
Fuck that show.
Yeah.
I watched the first episode, so y'all didn't have to.
Yeah, good. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
That was the very definition of taking an old property, twisting it to your idealism, and basically using it to attack everybody who ever talks shit to you.
Okay.
So, thankfully, that doesn't look like it's happening here. It looks like somebody who genuinely has passion for the show, and they're willing to work with and for the fans to make something that everybody loves, or at least as many people as possible. So, I want to believe. Even after all these times and all the disappointments, I
But you've
want
been
to
burned
believe.
so many times that you're now just like,
Half
please
my
don't fuck it up.
body is scar tissue, and yet I want to believe.
In the chat, let's take a look over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, how do you guys feel about this shit?
Kyle, Buffy season 8.5. Let's see here. Matthew Coburn, don't care without Joss. Don't believe unproven in court stuff. Chris Brown and Mel Gibson did way worse stuff than
Still
get to do things is not right. Worse MCU film, better than Snyder's cut, but still not that great.
That is not a fair comparison. Snyder's Code was a fucking slog, my man.
4 hours! I sat through that 4-hour fucking Snyder cut.
Wait, what was that? What was it?
All right, the Justice League.
The Zack Snyder version of Justice League movie.
Yeah, man.
In other words,
Okay, I did hear bad things about that.
yeah, he doesn't know how to edit himself to save his fucking life.
Ironically-
The
I
Joss
heard
Whedon
that's
version, like the theatrical version of it, is like the 2-hour version of that where that cuts it down
something more manageable.
It guts a lot of like the background shit that really doesn't matter.
Okay.
But it doesn't really cut it out in a substantive way that still makes it feel well put together.
The best way I can explain it is that the
doesn't
writing
flow?
style of Zack doesn't work with Josh Whedon's style of editing. Because we don't have this thing where he goes. Whedon's deal is like this. His comedy is rapid fire, snappy in your face, and then he slows down for a moment for the dramatic moment.
Oh, so really bad pacing then.
No,
That's Joss Whedon's way of doing
Let me
stuff.
give you an idea. The first Avengers movie.
He directed that.
Rapid fire
Okay.
comedy, but then it slows down for a moment for the serious moment.
Like when
Then
Coulson
comedy
died.
again and action, and then slows down. He
Okay.
likes to do like this seesaw movie
Yo-yos of
where
emotion.
He balances out the funny with the sad and the sad with the funny. Most of the time, he gets it right.
Zack Snyder's seesaw doesn't see or saw.
So it's like Whiplash.
No, he doesn't see or saw.
Snyder is too obsessed with build
Fine.
up. Snyder likes to build up to this big crescendo, but that means that there is very little time to rest or very little time to laugh. His movies are these big, blown out spectacles, which, okay, hey, I'm not gonna lie, the man's done some great films, but
That they look pretty.
for Justice League, it just. The ingredients were not mixing correctly. The
He
stew
couldn't
came
get-
out too
doesn't work.
thin.
He couldn't get out of his own
And
way.
the meat came out too rough. I'm describing yesterday's dinner.
The Zack Snyder cut of Justice League was ass. The Joss Whedon Justice League was, to best describe it, barely passable.
It was half-assed.
In the chat, Kyle also says, if she's going to be focusing on this, then that dashes my hopes for her to come back as Tila.
Wait,
Tila? It was...
From what?
you talking about Sarah Michelle Gellar. Hold on.
what?
Tila.
Was you talking about Chloe?
No, Chloe Zhao is the director.
Also, fun fact: Sarah Michelle Gellar also provided the voice acting chops for the seventh sister from Star Wars Rebels.
Oh, cool.
Yep, she's the one.
Interesting.
She's the one that's got those little mini drones.
I'm just glad that she's still getting work. She's a fantastic actress.
Yeah,
Tila,
she's
Tila,
really good.
So, I mean, to be fair though, if the
Oh, she's voicing Tila in Masters of the Universe. Sarah Michelle Gellar. She can voice act and
I'm
still
pretty
do
sure that
shit.
show was already over, wasn't it? They got 2 seasons and then that was it. Or
Yeah,
are they working
something
on a
like
third
that.
one?
Yeah, like she voiced Tila already, and it's not to say that she
I'm
wouldn't come
pretty
back.
sure she can voice act and act at the same time. Also,
Yeah.
assuming that this project gets approved, they gotta start filming, scheduling, cast, crew, props, special effects, blah blah. There is a lot of work
If you had the whole,
between A and B.
there's a fly in the house.
Nevertheless, this is another piece of news that we are going to keep a close eye on.
Thank you for that. Matthew Cobra was saying if Zack Snyder, if he had the whole new film, it would have been many times better. As in if Joss Whedon filmed it all in one shot himself, it would have been better. He was stuck with Snyder's junk.
Does it feel to you like James Gunn is like a combination of the best parts of Zack Snyder and Joss Whedon?
Didn't he work with both of them at one point?
Yeah, he's friends with both of them. In fact, he's good friends with Zack too.
So I guess that works. I guess that makes sense.
Because when you look at his Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy, especially the third movie, James Gunn likes to do that thing too, like comedy, action,
Serious
slow down
moment.
for the tragedy or the drama, comedy, action, slow down, and so on and so forth.
Joss. That's what you meant.
Josh,
Oh,
read
no.
on man.
No, James Gunn. I was replying to Matthew Coburn.
Yeah,
James Gunn did an excellent job there.
It feels like he learned. I feel like he learned the lesson well enough.
Yeah, like and just to give you guys a visual example, if you've seen the theatrical of Justice League, you'll notice that the coloring
Yeah,
looks off.
a little bit. Yeah.
That's because when they filmed everything on there, they filmed the Justice League with Zack Snyder's form of color grading in mind, which equals muted color tones and muted stuff in order for it to look like bold but like old at the same time. Whereas when Joss Whedon got a hold of that, they were trying to pick up the coloring so the colors look brighter, but it looks off.
Wait a minute.
Because it was shot wrong.
Wait a minute. I can tell you a perfect example of that. During the final battle,
Yeah?
when you see all the good guys running around rescuing people, Superman's suit looks almost black because of the lighting. But when he shows up to fight Stephen Wolf, you
Steppenwolf,
notice that
yeah.
he has more blue in it.
Yeah,
But I'm
because...
also a big fan of Justice.
No, that was a reshoot. That was a reshoot on
Yeah,
there.
but you could see that the suit's color was lighter at that point.
Yeah, that's because they had him. They shot him in the big blue suit properly the whole time, but it was actually Whedon who made sure that it all matched for it to be blue. It was actually Zack Snyder's idea to have Superman come back in the black suit
It was a
Black
shout,
is dark and edgy.
it was a
It's
shout out to the revival of Superman arc after he died to Doomsday in the comics, and it was bad in the
But
comics.
he shot that with the blue suit. He shot Henry Cavill in the blue suit and digitally made it black for his version.
Darker
So-
than black.
Yeah.
I know, Henry. Yeah.
Darker than black. That being said,
Meow.
what if? Okay, this is just me wishing. But what if the James Gunn movie does well enough for Superman that we can actually get a better Justice League movie down the line?
That's probably what's
That's
happening.
probably what's
Come
going to
on.
happen. Like I
Can we
said,
get Henry Cavill back as like evil Superman? It would be hilarious.
Listen,
Maybe.
He did a decent
Have him
Wolverine.
make him Zod.
I
Make
might
him
want
Zod.
to watch just for him.
Yes.
yeah, exactly.
He's gonna reload his Kryptonian knuckles.
Kneel
But
before Zod.
but Angel, speaking of superheroes, I know you remember this movie very well.
Which one?
Do you remember the 2003 Fantastic Four movie?
Yes.
Giant of fire!
Yes.
Painfully, yes. I also remember the second one with what's his
As the
name?
Silver Surfer.
With Fisherman.
No,
Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence
As the
Fishburne.
Silver Surfer. The thing is, that's all I remember of that movie. I don't remember anything else. I also briefly remember the even worse one that was only
Fan Four Stick?
2003, Fan Four Stick.
Fan Four
with
Stick.
Michael B. Jordan. Which
I
was
do not
probably
even
one of his
remember that
worst
one.
Fucking honestly, I'm surprised he didn't fire his head, with that shit. That was
Who
no
says he
offense,
didn't?
Michael, but that shit was terrible, my man.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Honestly, you were better in Space Jam 2, and you were there for 20 seconds.
Yeah, unfortunately, Fantastic Four hasn't had a good track record in terms of all of their past theatrical releases.
Which is
they
kind of
ha-
sad, considering that this came out when the MCU was swinging at full force, wasn't it?
But Angel, that was Fan Four Stick. There was a
I
big
know,
difference.
but come on, guys. It's Fantastic Four, the quintessential family film, family adventure for the whole family. We have the husband, we have the wife, we have the brother-in-law, we have the son-in-law, and they go on adventures to distant, fantastic worlds. And then there's that fucker from Lavatoria that keeps getting pissy about it for some reason.
Latveria.
But
No,
that
it's getting called Lavatoria. It's a lavatorium because you wash your clothes in there.
But with the success of the first Avengers movie that came out in May 2012, like many fans for years have speculated and pondered how Marvel Studios would bring back the Fantastic Four if they back to their property as part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
And the answer is, we're gonna kill him horribly.
No, that was how we killed Iron Man.
No, I'm talking about Mom.
What?
Multiverse of Madness.
Oh yeah, the multiverse.
Yeah,
of
we
Madness.
finally got to
Oh,
see
yeah.
Mr. Fantastic there, only to die in the most horrifying way. And I'm looking at that scene going, you know, Wanda, if you expect me to feel sorry for you when the end of this movie happens, you are like barking at the wrong tree here.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
John Krasinski played a variant of Mr. Fantastic.
Listen, Sam Raimi is a fantastic director, but when you tell him to direct a death scene, he becomes a horror movie director.
That's because the first thing he did was The Evil Dead. Yes, he was a horror movie
Forgetting
director.
he did that.
Yeah, like literally, what was the first thing he did with he made Wanda fucking do with the Illuminati guys? Like Wanda, you don't stand a chance. Black Bolt can eviscerate you with a
his
single
mouth.
whisper from his mouth.
What mouth?
No,
In retrospect, explaining your power to the enemy might not be the smartest thing they could have done.
Yeah.
He then reaches out to her, stretchy hands, and then she spaghettifies him.
It was terrible, and I'm like, am I the one that
Spaghettified
By the way,
alive.
They cut out another scene. There was a scene cut out from the movie when she goes to like the monks, the monks that do the
Oh,
mystic
the
arts.
sorcerers.
Karmatage.
Yeah, and she just murders them all. It's horrifying. At one point, she cuts off a dude's head and puppeteers his headless body to attack other people with a sword.
Of course she did.
Yeah,
that sounds right.
Dark hole my ass. Elizabeth Olsen is messed up in the head, bro.
But
That's Sam Olsen's, I tell you.
But think about the landscape of Marvel Studios back in the mid 2000s. I mean, mid 2010s. It was difficult for them to do other projects because Fox at the time, before they were bought off by Disney,
They're the ones who are responsible for Fan Fort Stick.
they're the ones. Yeah, they're also peddling their Marvel movies IP, such as Fantastic Four, X-Men, Daredevil.
That's the one. Thank you. I forgot to ask you. There has been back in the day, studios did not appreciate their properties. Like the dumbasses who sold Spider-Man to Sony, they did it for pedals, and they've been trying to get it back ever since. But I forgot. Thank you for reminding me. Marvel and Fox Studios have been fighting each other over the fact that Fox still has hold over the properties of X-Men and Fantastic Four, which is why we didn't get a movie right away so quickly. They were still doing that.
Up until when did Disney purchase Fox Wancho? Around what, 2020?
You're asking me like I know?
Well,
Shoot!
up until Disney purchased Fox because, of course, they're playing Monopoly like 24/7. That means that they have now also own the rights to all the intellectual properties of the Fox's Marvel movies, including Fantastic Four.
March 20th, 2019.
March 20th, 2019.
Jesus,
Thank
it's
you.
been going by so quickly. Wow. So, by the way, that means that every time you see a shitty film come out from those companies is because they're trying to hang on to the property. The Fantastic
You're not wrong.
was basically there because they wanted to hang on to that copy. They did not give a shit. They just wanted to hang on to the property. It's my IP, and I choose to sit on it and do nothing with it.
But thankfully, all our questions have now been answered because this week was the release of the official first trailer of the Fantastic Four.
Yep.
Marvel
Fantastic Four.
Studios Fantastic Four, the first steps.
No, it's just Fantastic Four First Steps.
See,
I just say that she looks really hot in that picture.
That is Jennifer Kirby?
No, I know, but
Yes.
hot?
You know how I know
Hot.
for a fact this movie's
Very
going to
hot.
be good?
How?
Because they took the time to recreate the comic accurate costumes. That's how they actually look like. They even went as far as to model Ben Grimm's massive brow. They did not have to go that hard, but I respect that.
Wancho, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, so, all right, I guess now I can take it away. I have an opinion to
No, I'm
have.
taking it from you.
You don't get to touch me!
Give that mouse, it's mine.
You don't touch me!
Ah!
So let me go ahead and share the link to this article from The Guardian. And yeah, the headline on it is pretty straightforward. Will we finally get a fabulous Fantastic Four film with first steps? This is an opinion piece by Ben Child.
Hey.
Fucker came out, let's see, yesterday, Friday the 7th of February. Let's see here. The history of the Fantastic Four film franchise is like a malfunctioning portal to the Marvel multiverse. Each time you step through, you land in a slightly more rubbish timeline. Oof. The 2005 and 7 films were riddled with 2000s cheese, as if comic book movies were being reimagined with a hokey daytime show TV sheen.
There was a lot. Okay, you know how in the first X-Men movie everyone was wearing black suits?
Yeah.
There was a lot of directors that were, I'm not going to say ashamed, but they clearly, they thought they were above the source material they were making.
Oh,
Unless your name is Sam Goddamn Raimi.
right.
No problem.
Keep going.
Yeah, let me see here. Let's see. The Bold and the Beautiful with Johan Gruffend as a sentient bottle of Brill cream. Jessica Alba as a glowing-eyed mannequin struggling to emote through industrial strength contacts. Michael Chiklis trapped in what looked like a spray-painted novelty boulder from a 1990s Disneyland stunt show.
To their credit.
Notice how they don't say a fucking thing about Chris Evans. Fuck you!
You know what?
This is how you can tell this guy's got a fucking clear bias.
I'm going to say it. The practical effects for Ben Grimm were pretty damn good in that film.
Yes!
I agree.
Like-
yeah.
That scene where he couldn't pick up the ring, that shit hit hard. It was the only scene that hit hard, but yeah.
I mean, considering that, how far back was that made again?
2005.
That was pretty damn good for its time. Like, it looked kind of funny, but
Sadly,
also it
was
looked
the only
cool.
thing that was good for that time.
Yeah.
Like, the fucking, what else was I gonna say? Oh, God. No, not this. I was actually gonna say something different.
Okay.
By the way, this was the movie that made Jessica Alba quit acting.
Acting for a while after that.
Okay.
They made her quit acting for a while because she was
No. I'm saying that she continued acting after those two films.
Oh, I'm glad. Apparently, rather on this movie, she did not want to come back ever because the director told her she needed to cry prettier. And she just went, fuck that.
Rude!
Cry prettier.
I don't even,
hell?
well, seeing as Jessica Alba is one of the most beautiful women in the world, I don't know how you want her to cry prettier than... Also, crying isn't supposed to be pretty.
Crying isn't pretty, fucking dopes.
So this is one of those stoic, like, and then a lone tear falls down your eye. But that's more of a, like... stoic, manly, badass.
Oh, you mean like that meme of that one dude who cries when somebody puts more dishes into the sink for them to...
Yes.
So basically me after we're done with dinner every Saturday night here.
I love you, kitchen gun!
All right, Juan, go ahead. You were going to say something?
No, I wasn't. All right, let me get back over here. Let's see. Then Fantastic Four. Oh my, yeah, Fan Four Stick in 2015, a reboot so mind-numbingly appalling that if it had existed in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Time Variance Authority would have wanted to prune it from existence before it ever hit cinemas. Directed by Josh Trank, who later all but disowned it, the film promised a dark and doomy reimagining,
Mistake number
but
one.
it was instead the superhero equivalent of a half-finished IKEA shelf.
Okay, this writer
Structurally
got
unstable, missing key components, and abandoned by its creators before anyone could make sense of its instructions.
Wow. Wow,
Okay,
that's very
this guy's got a bias, but I'm not gonna lie, he's kind of spitting.
Which brings us to the Fantastic Four First Steps, the MCU's first belated, for complex contractual reasons, foray into portraying Marvel's first family. Directed by WandaVision's Matt Shakman, it stars the Mandalorian's Pedro Pascal, The Crown's Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn of Stranger Things, and the Bears' Eben Moss Backrack. Yeah, as in Eben Moss Backrack, that's the Ben Grimm.
That's just what he looks like when the makeup's off.
By the way, I gotta point out something. Eben Moss Backrack was also a character named Microchip in the Marvel Netflix series of The Punisher, the first season.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he played Microchip. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Glad to see him again.
And if you don't know who Joseph Quinn is, just give him long, dark, curly hair and make him a punker. Yeah, Eddie Munson in Stranger Things.
Hey, Eddie Munson!
The cool guy who died. Anyway, in the first trailer debuted this week, and there's already a sense that Marvel may have found the secret recipe that eluded 20th Century Fox for the best part of 2 decades.
Have you considered making it not suck?
In First Steps, Reed Richards, Ben Grimm, and Sue and Johnny Storm appear to exist in a retro-futurist 1960s-inspired universe that feels something halfway between Wes Anderson and the Jetsons. It's an Apollo-era sideways take on planet Earth, but they might as well be living on Ego the Living Planet for all the resemblance this place has to the central MCU.
Good.
This, it must be said, is a great idea, allowing the studio to nod knowingly to the superheroes team's Silver Age roots, while also keeping this episode smartly hived off from the main Marvel reality. It allows for an origin story feel, even though it looks from the trailer as though we'll be witnessing the iconic episode in which the quartet gained their magical powers in flashback.
So is this a movie or a series?
That's a movie. This is going to be a movie, Angel.
Okay,
it's
cool.
just a movie. He was the series director for WandaVision. Yeah, the Fantastic Four, as dreamers, explorers, and pioneers of the impossible, simply have to feel like a big deal. Stanley and Jack Kirby's trailblazing creations were foundational figures in Marvel's 1960s comic book revolution, a reality-warping, imagination-igniting superheroic force of nature who cracked open the universe like an infinite star-stuffed geode. For decades, Hollywood has fumbled this wide-eyed pioneering spirit, cementing Marvel's most groundbreaking superhero ensemble in dull, earthbound mediocrity, rather than letting them soar through the celestial expanse. If First Steps can capture the necessary sense of eternal cosmic wonder, the thrill of discovery, and the team's role as wide-eyed explorers, rather than just another set of spandex-clad CGI brawlers, then maybe, just maybe, it will finally give the Fantastic Four the cinema future they deserve.
Wow.
Okay, that's a thingy.
Yeah, that's a thingy. But anyways,
this writer was very invested in the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, like, okay, number one, the guy's clearly got a bias as a motherfucker, and that's putting it nicely.
Yeah.
That's putting it
He was
very
out of
nice.
pocket, but he was right.
yeah, dude, let's not kid ourselves. Like, Chris Evans wasn't the star-studded, like, icon back in 2005.
This guy fucking dumped shit on everyone but Chris Evans. You notice that?
Well, yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
How do you fucking dump on Jessica Alba?
Because only one of them managed to have a successful superhero career. And superheroes are big right now.
You know why? Because he's a scrub. That's why.
I don't know. I thought Chris Evans was a pretty cool.
I'm talking about this writer.
Well, yeah,
this
of
writer
course.
again, Ben Child.
That being said, though, Child does
Child,
make a good
please.
point in the fact that the best way to get the Fantastic Four is to embrace that feeling of whimsy, sincerity from like all. Because, okay, listen, I know multiverse has already been played out to shit by the MCU, but back in the heyday, the Fantastic Four were the ones that cracked out the idea of the multiverse to begin with. The entire reason why they got their powers is because Mr. Fantastic,
Cosmic Force.
he was trying to basically use the space exploration cosmic rays to open gates to another worlds. So dimensional traveling is like a staple of the Fantastic Four. This kind of thing happens to them constantly, and it, well, as they said, it serves as a good way to show why we haven't seen them in the main continuity, because they are not from there. They are from a different universe. So for once, this whole nonsense actually makes sense, and I don't know. I like the idea. I kind of want to see where they go with it.
I like the idea too, because one of the main reasons why the past Fantastic Four movies have failed is because
Fantastic Four is a good way to put it.
thank you, is because they took themselves too seriously.
Yeah, also they tried to put it on our world. They tried to put it here, in our land.
They tried to keep it grounded.
The first one, at least, tried a little bit, but it was also the fact that the Fantastic Four already live in a fantastic version of the 1960s. You know, it was like it was like the Jetsons. You know, it had this bizarre combination of perfect, impossible futurism and old-timey tech that just, you know, like we have a refrigerator that can literally make food, but we also still have a dial TV.
Although I will make the
We
argument,
have a car that flies, but we have a rotary phone.
although I will make the argument that Eoin Griffith.
Z-Rust. Eoin Griffin.
Thank you. That's the one.
I'll make the argument that Eoin Griffith did really good as Mr. Fantastic in the first Fantastic movie.
I agree with that one.
There's one line, however, in the second Fantastic Four movie that they were in that still sticks me well enough over here. It's like when the Fantastic Four are actually meeting with the military that are trying to find out what the fuck the Silver Surfer is.
Oh, I know which one you mean.
Yeah, there's an idiot-ass soldier, like a general or a colonel or whatever he is, who's trying to talk shit like, oh, well, listen, you're on my team and I'm the quarterback, which means what I say goes and you guys get, like, either follow my lead or get out of my way. But then again, knowing you probably didn't know anything about football, do you? And he fucking chews him. I was like, you know what, you're right. I was a good little nerd and I stayed in and studied. And now, 20 years later, I am the most brilliant mind of the 20th century. I'm engaged to the hottest woman on earth. And the quarterback is asking for my help. And I'm not going to give him a damn thing until he treats my friends with respect.
Bitch.
Mic drop.
No,
Like-
he would drop the mic and go, wait a second, this is expensive.
Yeah, wait, this is expensive.
Ah, yes, referring Sue Storm as just the hottest woman on the planet.
That's a pretty good description, all things considered.
Yeah.
But she's a little bit more than that.
Obviously, but you know.
Yeah, she's also apparently
brag
the
about
object of affection to Namor.
That dude is just creepy.
Namor's an asshole. Anyway.
Yes, he is.
Fun
But
fact, in the Marvel Rivals game, if he's on the same team as you and he dies, if you're playing Mr. Fantastic, Fantastic goes, I hate to say it, but you had that coming. But if you're playing as Mrs. Fantastic, Miss Storm, she goes, you know, I wanted to do that myself.
Fucking brilliant.
the struggle is here.
Hey, Struggler, how's it
my
going,
boy.
man?
Well, I just spent 3 hours in the freezing rain building a new bike. How are you guys doing?
Holy shit, dude, that's metal. I hope you're okay.
Actually, that is metal because the bike is...
Oh no, we're doing pretty good. We're over here talking about the new Fantastic Four movie that's coming
Yeah,
soon.
literally studied a blade. Honestly, no, Mr. Fantastic wouldn't say something like that, but that was another case of the early 2000s writing. We need sincerity, which is why I want to hope that this one will work out. We need an actual film that plays the stereotypes 100% perfect because
And
that's
play
what
it
makes it.
straight.
Yeah. What do we know about Mr. Fantastic? He's an old-fashioned dad of the. He's the father. Okay, remember The Incredibles?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's kind of like that, but a little with more less lampshading. It's literally a family adventure. It's like one of those I Love Lucy episodes, except everybody can shoot laser beams now.
They literally go to places like Subterranea.
Yeah.
Last I checked, how the fuck can you have a Subterranea in a world with Tiamat's hand sticking out?
Simple. Because we have a simple element that makes it possible, my friend.
And what's that?
Pulp.
Ew.
Pulp, as in the stuff you find in oranges? Pulp?
Yes, it's full with vitamin C. But what I mean is basically we're going
I'm not a fan of pulp and orange juice. I'm just
I like pulp and orange juice.
No,
No.
hopeless.
with less swearing.
I like
Okay.
And less, dude getting shot in the face. But the point is,
no shooting Marv in the face.
the way to make this thing work is to basically go, we're not animating a comic book. We're animating a comic book from the 60s, where nobody had any idea how anything worked, so everything was fantastic and incredible. We're going to animate a comic book where enough radiation can turn a man into a Green Hulk.
Speaking of Green Hulk, in the chat, Ben Cruz was actually saying also Universal Studios still owns movie rights to the Hulk.
God damn
Yeah,
it.
Magnificent, Robert Rodriguez films, those are fine.
Yeah.
Those are good.
You know what? That's it. We gotta animate this movie like we animated a Robert Rodriguez film.
Ben Cruz says, I heard they will not be doing an origin story, only flashbacks of what happened to them.
I can work with that.
And nice
know
except
what
for the rain. Yeah, the rain sucked there.
That
Sorry
being
about that.
said, I do have one skepticism.
Eh.
And what is it?
As you can see in the trailer, the big bad of this movie is going to be Galactus.
Or at least that's what it's leading
It
towards.
looks like Galactus. So my question is, how the fuck are we going to fight that thing? Because when Galactus showed up the first time, they defeated him by inventing the ultimate nullifier, which feels like a bit of a Deus Ex Machina. So the way I see it is, either we find a way to fight that monstrosity with 4 people with superpowers, or what we saw in the trailer is actually the teaser for the next film.
Maybe. We don't know.
Maybe.
Hold on, what was that?
Or
Oh,
maybe
Jessica
that's just
Alba
Galactus.
was in Robert's films. Yeah, she was in Sin City.
Or maybe that's you to get back to
sorry.
playing ranked.
No, it's okay. Jessica Alba's still sexy.
Maximum
No,
balls.
no, easy. Here's what you do. In that world, look for Squirrel Girl. She defeated Galactus.
Yeah, just make sure Dracula isn't around.
I thought Squirrel defeated Thanos.
And Galactus.
No, she's defeated almost anybody.
She
That-
defeated
that's-
Galactus.
that's
Would you
the
like to
deal.
know how? Would you like to know?
Not with the Infinity Gauntlet.
No.
No.
No, Galactus.
Oh, like how?
Okay, get a load of this. You're gonna love this, and folks are gonna laugh your dicks off and your vaginas off. You will all become degendered by how funny this is.
Can I laugh my tits off and get rid of those instead?
Maybe,
Yes.
K-Storm. Okay,
Yes.
long story short, the Fantastic Four aren't available. The Inhumans aren't available. The Avengers aren't available. The X-Men aren't available. It's down to Squirrel Girl. Number one, she hijacks a piece of Iron Man armor in order for her to fly to the moon to speak to Galactus.
Fly me to the moon.
And number 2?
Number two, she squares up to Galactus and then begins talking to him and actually kind of repertoire and ask him why specifically is he interested in feeding on Earth of all things. What would Galactus say?
It is filled with delicious life form that I need to sustain myself.
Well, what if I told you that there is another planet that I can show you that is just as nutritious, if not more so, that will sate your appetite and spare my planet at the same
And
time?
what would that planet be?
It's a planet filled with acorns and nuts.
I'm down.
I shit you not! She found him a planet loaded with acorns and nuts and wildlife and squirrel creatures in it. He feasts on that planet, and his hunger is sated to the point where he no longer needs to feed on Earth.
So sacrifice the squirrels.
Hey,
and
somebody
the
gotta go.
nuts?
Yes, sacrifice the squirrel planet.
She does mention that she defeated Thanos and Galactus in the Marvel Rivals game, which makes it funnier when canonically this means that the hard counter for Squirrel Girl is Dracula. Because he controls animals better than she does. And apparently when you take away the squirrels, she just becomes girl. And I'm like, wait, what the No. Supposedly this is canon to the Marvel whole, so that means that technically speaking, it's like a rock, paper, scissors. Squirrel Girl, everything else, Dracula. Squirrel Girl.
Oh my god.
Kick butts and eat nuts.
All right.
That's her whole bit.
Well,
yeah.
this is another project that's coming out that, of course, we are once again cautiously optimistic.
I'm more optimistic for this one, honestly. It looks like it's well done. So far, they have the visual style right. I like the casting decisions. I was a little iffy on Pedro Pascal as Fantastic, but
Same.
I'm gonna give the guy a shot. Let's see how he works it out.
He's playing it straight, and we all know that he can play things 100% straight. In the fucking Nicolas Cage movie, he hammed there, and we all know for a fact how well he could be in terms of being an action man while he was Silver Bucket Man, Mando Dad.
One good thing that I know they pull out properly is the tragedy of Ben Grimm, because one of the saddest parts, the constant problem of the Fantastic Four, is the fact that Ben Grimm is always struggling with his self-image issues. One of the reasons why he's one of the most beloved and humble characters in the Marvel Universe. Everybody loves Ben Grimm. Even Doctor Doom likes Ben Grimm, I'm not kidding. And, well, he's also so tough that he's one of the few people they call in to restrain the Hulk when the guy goes out of control. He's not stronger, but he's fucking resilient.
He's strong enough to
In fact,
square toe-to-toe.
They make fun of this in Dexter's Laboratory, but it was based on a comic book of the champion of Earth who came to destroy the planet if he could defeat our greatest warriors. And he defeated everybody. The Hulk, Iron Man, Thor, Captain America. They were all laid down for the count, but Ben Grimm was the only one that kept getting back up. Over and over and over until the champion goes, even if I could destroy your body, I see now that I could never break your spirit.
I yield.
And he yielded. Ben Grimm is that guy.
Damn!
You better get that, because he's always struggling with both his self-image. I mean, let's be honest, everybody got the cool powers. He got...
I'm a rock man.
In fact, in one comic, somebody made like a diagram of the inside of Ben Grimm's body. His bones, at minimum, can withstand up to 58 tons of weight. His hands are gone. The bones in his hands have atrophied to the point that they don't exist. It's just muscle and rock. His exoskeleton moves his body more than his bones. His bones are just there to make sure his organs don't collapse under his own power. Ben's got some shit to deal with, man.
They could have at least fucking done with, like, even in the fucking first two movies, they did a fucking X-ray of Ben. Like, God, every single vital organ is reinforced and hard shelled.
Oh, they are.
So, like the organs, heart has fucking rock all around it. Stomach, throat, everything has got rock all over it.
Yeah.
Which is why his vocal cords, muscles, by the way, he's got this big going. At least over here, they've given him some semblance of mercy with him still sounding humanish, normalish.
In the comics, if his skin, if his skin breaks, you can actually see the muscle underneath, but he doesn't bleed because the muscle fiber is so dense and tightly packed up. His veins are practically untouchable. There's a reason they call him in to stop the Hulk. He's one of the few people that can match the guy blow for blow most of the time.
All right, well, before we continue on, let's see here. Matthew Colbert saying Meth. It just got Albert, Watson, Robert. Yep.
After Fantastic Four, yep.
Ben Cruz says, by the way, in the trailer, we haven't seen Silver Surfer yet, and she is female.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. We're getting a different version of Silver Surfer. The Surfette.
Yeah, it's a different lady who's a Silver Surfer. Yeah,
She's also voiced by Lawrence Fishburne.
Hang on.
That'd be funny.
The Struggler also said, get Moon Knight, Dracula owes him money.
By the way, that is now officially canon.
What?
Marvel Rivals. Hey, Moon Knight, you work at night. What do you know about vampires? That they suck. And that Dracula owes me money.
They did the meme!
So it's
canon.
It is true. That is beautiful.
You've been
also
spoiled,
a canon
Galactus.
explanation with an explanation with Iron Man going, hey, Moon Knight, since you fight at night, have you considered going for like black cloth or gray cloth? The moon is white, Stark. I am white. Also, I want the bad guys to see me coming.
Fair.
That's his explanation.
Fair
Like,
point.
okay, sure. Yeah. Fucking random bullshit powers go.
Random bullshit.
Powers
Go! Also, sometimes when Moon Knight dies and he respawns, you can hear the voice of Khonshu. Go, my fist.
Ha! All right. With that,
Hold on. In the trailer, you can hear rocks hitting. Is how good the sound effects are. Yeah,
nice.
No, you guys know what? You guys heard it in the trailer. Just in that, at least with that little bit where he's just tasting the sauce that Herbie the robot. You hear.
Yeah.
All right.
His inside is pure. His teeth can grind diamonds. It's ridiculous.
Fucking beautiful.
My man
Angel,
became rock hard.
Please tell me we've got some good news here.
No.
Are you sure?
Oh, come on, man. Look at what me and Juan, we filled up a lot of time with all the good shit, and
Exactly. That was the sweet. Here comes the sour.
God dang it, man.
Salty.
You are the iceberg to this
You mean
Titanic.
bitter?
Salty?
You mean
That's all it
bitter?
is.
It's bitter.
I will be the
salty.
winter of your discontent. Wait, no, that doesn't fit. That's the opposite. Never mind. I will be the summer of your discontent.
Yeah,
All
that
right,
works.
well, give me summer.
Some. But unfortunately, there are not that many when it comes to video games.
Yes, please teach us.
Let's talk about video games.
All right. So, which one do you want to go? One,
Let's
2, or
begin
3?
with this one, actually.
This one here.
To begin with, this happened yesterday, pretty much around the afternoon. As once again, we are around
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
7 p.m.
Isn't that the afternoon?
Yes.
Yes.
6
Evening.
6
Mm,
p.m.
Afternoon, evening, kind of
I
same
always
thing.
thought that evening was like after 9. My bad. Okay.
No. Evening
Thank you.
begins at 6 o'clock.
So
It's
just-
still afternoon, but
Just as when the sun began to go down, almost as if a portal of doom was hitting our asses, something else went down, all right?
It went black.
A constant reminder of why we cannot rely on this crappy digital-only technology was brought to our laps once again with all the force of projectile vomit as the entire PlayStation network went down for a grand total of 16 goddamn
No,
hours.
that wasn't correct because some PS5 owners did not have this issue until today.
I had
Yeah,
the issue.
but they also had no games, so they don't count. Shut up.
Excuse me, I was able to get on no problem.
Were you playing games?
I was
Yeah?
No
I was
games.
trying
No,
to get on Genshin.
She wasn't
I was
able to.
not happy.
I could.
My point, Your Honor,
I
my
was
point
mad.
stands by itself. No games.
All right.
This happened worldwide. It wasn't just
Yeah,
isolated.
unfortunately, it wasn't just a random issue. It wasn't just, oh, hey, this state went down. No. The entire PlayStation network shit itself and died.
When I woke
like
up-
a cholera victim.
it shitted itself. It came. It fucking
bricked.
pissed itself. It bricked.
It bricked.
Yeah, when
crying,
I-
there's boogers coming out of its nose.
Yeah, when I
so
woke
that's
up,
why it took 6 hours. I have to clean it.
yeah, no, when I woke up earlier this morning, I was turning on the PlayStation 4, and I also found like notifications that it was going under.
Maintenance.
It was under maintenance, yeah, and it was...
The worst part is that this was a painful reminder of how much of a grasp on your balls the network has. Do you think this only means that multiplayer went down? No. Many single-player games suddenly became absolutely unplayable.
They were unplayable.
As written by, what website is this?
That's USA Today.
USA Today by Mike Snyder. He's very snide too.
I don't know if you can read that small.
Yes, I can. Trust me. For many, some weekend online video games were over before they even started. The PlayStation Network, which connects friends to play games online and to scream slurs at each other like they should, on Sony PlayStation game systems was hit with a massive outage Friday night and remain offline for many users at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a Saturday. We are aware that some users might be currently experiencing issues with PSN. Some users said the network before doing another rail of coke. The social network previously known as Twitter. Shut up, it's called Twitter.
It's Twitter!
It's directed readers to the network status page, which on Saturday said some services may be experiencing issues.
All of them were.
You might have difficulty launching games, apps, or
You
network
will
features.
have.
We are working to resolve this issue as soon as possible. Bring me another hooker, this one's dead. Thank you for your patience. the
It's
page
fuck
said.
pants, we're Sony.
Exactly. Fuck your network, we're Sony. Users may also be unable to buy products on the PlayStation Store or watch PlayStation video content, the page said. So if you bought any games on the store and you installed them on your drive, good fucking luck. You can't even say one of those things anymore. Yeah, a few more commenters said that they have been able to connect to PSN on Saturday morning, but most of them on Twitter and Reddit said that they were still offline. Players from the US and other regions across the globe, including the UK and Australia, said they were unable to connect. Look at that. It was how bad that countries that don't even exist were unable to find them.
What the fuck,
I
Angel?
know, it's terrible.
Keep going.
Imagine finding aliens and they go, hey, dog, your Xbox don't work. Now, continuing here.
Oh my lord.
Many players ready for a weekend of online gaming were disappointed. Friday night is my game night with a couple of buddies. Thanks for ruining this, one person posted on Twitter. Now, since many video games now require online connections, and many
pretty
consoles
much.
don't play games on disc.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, but you know the PlayStation.
Oh, I know. It's just I'm still angry at that.
That technically is also false because pretty much even if you have disc, you still require an online connection.
The disc is just like the installation packet now.
Yeah.
And like the fucking verify
That's
that
the
you
point
own the
at this
copy of the
point,
game.
right?
Thank you. Yeah, I can't own games because my PS5 can't verify that I own it. Yeah, the PS5 uses the online connection to verify that the disc that you put in there was bought by you. And if that doesn't work, the game doesn't work.
Yep. And then you're shit out of luck.
I want you guys to take a moment to understand that we have reached a level of technology so high that games look and sometimes play better than ever. And somehow we have gone so backwards in quality control that if the internet goes down, the game doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, you remember way back then, it was mainly multiplayers that you have to have the internet connection.
At least that makes sense because you're
You
playing
can
with other
play
people.
offline.
And now single player. Oh no, you have to have an online.
By the way,
And while many folks who own a PlayStation, whether it's 4 or 5, and who have access to the PlayStation Network, are dissatisfied, if not angry,
Yes.
at this, like
Yes.
all of us.
Yes.
At least they were given like a small little consolation prize.
there was in fact a small
What?
the most unlikely source.
Huh?
Krispy Kreme has a free donut giveaway to soften the blow on the network outrage.
When?
That was today.
For
Why do you-
2 hours.
What? 2 hours?
Calling all gamers, this PlayStation still works. Grab a
This
free original.
PlayStation still works.
Dragon Fang. Why do you think we have Krispy Kremes?
Yeah, that's how we
Oh
got
well,
it.
no, that
Actually, we
wasn't.
bought those.
Yeah, we-
Speaking of which, K-Storm, go get one.
Yeah,
Sure, I told them.
but I'm
Grab
sorry.
an original
5 to
place
7.
order from 5 to 7. Use the Sweet Rewards, and because Sweet Rewards don't need a server.
Oh my god!
You guys do realize we did have a really bad outage with
Yeah.
the PlayStation Networks.
You know what?
Way back 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not the
11
first
for
time.
23 days.
Now,
PlayStation Network outage. I have nothing to do with this. Also on Twitter, where PlayStation was the #2 trending topic, some users posted in the comments of the thread that they had gotten messages that the network was undergoing maintenance. Players from the US and other regions across the globe, including the UK and Australia, posted on Reddit that they were unable to connect. Well, it's the morning and my kids think I rigged on the PlayStation not to work because they're only allowed to play on weekends. Now it's the weekend. I told them I have nothing to do with this. Posted one commenter.
I do feel bad for them.
What the fiddly fuck?
they mentioned
Speaking
it.
of which,
Yeah.
Hang on,
Right
K-Storm.
there. Right there.
Hang on, K-Storm.
Well, you know why the kids probably thought that?
Why?
Because the parent has likely. Yes, thank you. Highlight this.
No, I was trying to ask you to crouch down so folks can see you.
He's trying
Anyway.
to get your good side. The moon.
That would be.
The moon.
Oh my God!
You.
Anyway, how much you want to bet this parent has on occasion said, "Oh, there's a problem with the internet because the kids hadn't done their chores or anything
Yeah.
like that."
Well, they just flicked off.
Yep.
They got
And why else would the kids think the parents had anything to do with it?
Well, for starters, it's because they're kids, and kids are
No.
fun. But also,
I will say my
Jesus,
16-year-old
no.
would know better because it's not like we don't play little head games with them like that.
well, yeah, but to be fair, a 16-year-old is a teenager.
We've never played little mind games with them like that.
Of course not.
That's because we're good parents.
We give them Yu-Gi-Oh instead. We gave them Yu-Gi-Oh instead. You ruined them forever.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Good.
Oh my God!
No, actually, I got you.
No,
No, I got you. I said, "Are you kidding me?" And then you said yes.
no, I said no.
You just said yes.
Oh wait, what?
Thank you.
Memory don't work.
Oh God! For many players,
I rewrote my subconscious. Give me a second.
the outage brought back memories of the PSN outage in
I
2011.
told ya.
Yep.
Sony kept the network down for over a month after hackers compromised the service, exposing the personal data and credit card info from 77 million accounts.
Now, thankfully, that doesn't seem to be the case this time.
That we know of.
That we know.
Down
It might
detector,
just
which
be a
don't-
technical issue that just fucked up the entire server room again.
Down Detector, which tracks network outages, said it had gotten more than 640,000 reports as of early Saturday. Has Down Detector said anything new? Let's find out.
Has it returned? Actually, let's find out. Let's see if it came back.
At least
Please.
according to Down Detector. An updated look. Okay, that was from 1 a.m. Okay, let's see
Click on
here.
the side. Let's see what happens.
Okay, that was still 19 hours ago. Nothing. Okay, breaking. After 24 hours and nearly 1 million total reports, PlayStation
When was
users are
that?
finally starting
Oh,
to report access to
literally,
PSN
right?
servers.
It's fine.
So literally 3 hours ago. Okay, so can I say, again, last night I did not have any issues connecting to the PSN.
Absolutely.
And again,
insane.
remember, I have the PS5.
Yeah.
Only when I tried to get on today, this morning,
Then it shit itself.
then, I couldn't get on to
shitted and
Genshin. I was
pissed and
like,
came-
okay.
To get on
Sorry, it was kind of ticklish. I'm like, oh my god, Zay, what the hell?
I managed to get on earlier for like 10 minutes to purchase something, and the website or the server was going so slow that it double charged me.
Oof.
Oh, fuck that.
dear.
I'm down $40 instead of 20.
That's a refund deal. You
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
call support.
Yeah, please call support
Oh,
and tell them.
I already messaged support
Absolute
going, hey,
bullshit.
can I get a refund on one of this, please?
Yeah, it sounds to me like this was a technical issue that's, you know what? In software engineering,
It exploded.
there's a specific term, I forgot the name of it, which is basically the snowballing, when one small technical issue suddenly triggers a bunch of other shit that the programmers have no idea what it cost, and just the entire building just shits itself because the foundations were made with corn husks and dried
Called it
paper.
got bricked.
Thank you. I put a zero on the Java and shit just fucked.
See, that's why we really need games to start being made that don't rely on the internet.
But if we do that, then you won't be paying for PlayStation Network access.
Wrong. We definitely still would.
You still would have an account.
Okay, but what if I take more money from you, though?
How about
You mean
no?
like how they're raising prices all
What
the
if I
time?
just take more money from you, though?
Angel, speaking as an Xbox devotee, you know how many games I have on there that I can play online? Or offline, rather?
How many?
The majority of them,
Boy, that sounds like a very convenient practice that actually helps the customer.
unless they are part of Game Pass and I don't have a physical copy of them, which there are a few that I have Game Pass and physical copy of, just so I don't have to pull the copy out. Skyrim.
Well, to be fair, though, Skyrim is a little too big.
But it makes it worth the Game Pass Ultimate that I get to be able to get those games, get discounts. I got Star Wars Bounty Hunter for, what was it?
For like what, $10?
$10.
Yeah, it's like CD
I just got Jedi Survivor. What did I get that for?
You got it on sale for me for like 20.
For like
Nice.
$20.
Look at that. Look how convenient that is.
And guess what? We could play those offline.
Does that mean that if the internet goes down and the servers shit themselves, those games are still available for you?
Yes.
Boy, that sounds like a lot of good pro-customer decisions.
There's a reason I'm an Xbox devotee.
It would be nice if the other industries actually follow that. Oops, never mind. They fucked you over again.
What the hell, Sony?
Allow me to give some credit to the boys of Nintendo for a change.
Okay.
Actually, no, I don't know if it's Nintendo or if it's like the PC Master Race, but Xenoblade Chronicles X, which previously was released on the Wii U, is now coming for PC and the Switch.
Oh wow.
They optimized that game so well that it went from 15 megabytes to 30.
Oh.
Really?
And this is
From 15 to 13 gigs?
yeah, and this is a remastered version of the game with bigger graphics, better
Okay.
gameplay, 60 FPS, more voice acting, supposedly more content, and basically it's the definitive edition of the game. And it is not only cheaper, it is also more compact. They optimized it so good that it became smaller. I would like you to compare that to the recent AAA releases that require hundreds of gigs.
Yeah.
Quadruple A, my ass.
And they
Xenoblade
are
Chronicles,
shit.
which one?
X.
Okay, Xenoblade X. Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as a last little detail before moving to the next article, I would like to take a moment to give my thanks to the boys at Yakuza in Hawaii. You guys know that game that I showed you before?
Isn't that the one that has pirates?
Yes, it's the one that is basically One Piece. That game is going to only be... Now, you gotta understand, Yakuza games are fucking massive. I mean, like, Yakuza 0 is one of the smallest games, and it gave me almost 50 hours of pure gameplay. They have a bajillion of other activities, mini-games, places to explore, and because it's a Sega game, they put a bunch of older Sega games in their arcade so you can play them. You wanna play the entire fucking King of Fighters trilogy? You can just play on the arcades.
So it's a game within a game.
There's many games within the game. So, this particular game, as I showed you guys the trailer, right? It was like 30 minutes, and it was like 5 games in one. The full size of this massive title is only 40 gigs.
Okay.
That's it. 40 little gigs. For context, Monster Hunter World was like twice as much.
That sounds right.
Yeah, like, good optimization and proper asset reuse will save you a lot of time and effort. Unfortunately, speaking of savings, there's going to be a lot of money that is not going to get saved.
Oh boy, here we go.
So more bad news?
I'm afraid this is some
One
really
game fucking
Wancho,
people
go
over.
for it.
Okay.
the one that has been fucking them over since the beginning.
Yay.
Let's talk about League of Legends.
I love that series. I love Arcane.
Arcane was great.
Arcane was awesome, man.
I
Why?
should probably play the game. Do not play the game.
As someone who played the game, don't play the game.
Shit of Legends.
So
Let me
as of now,
Hold on. Before we go into that, let me take a look
Let's
at the
see what-
chat. Video games, I'm back in. BT Dub, Ubisoft Japan has announced a partnership between Assassin's Creed Shadows and the Matsui Sake Brewery for a themed sake brew releasing on March 10th.
Hey,
Yo!
who's ready for some sake?
Angel, we need some Assassin's Creed sake.
Sake?
Get on it.
Sake?
Order us the sake.
but I'm saving money for the Torture Near wine.
God damn. Oh my God, you're not wrong.
Yeah, you know, we put
I
the wine in
noticed-
a casket and we force it to listen to the soundtrack 24/7 while we
I
eat.
noticed PS Stars was bugging Thursday night.
Right. Well, not my problem. LOL. Hi, funny cat Matthew Coburn. I don't know the last time I owned a disc in my PS5. Hee hee.
When was the last time you owned a game in your PS5, man?
Hello all. Hey there, Kodisi. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Raise Flock. Only 10-year-old played Call of Duty. Yeah, which is fucking hilarious.
I have 3
Physical media forever.
Except they stopped really making physical media, which sucks.
They're trying to do everything. Listen, those discs, they cost money to print.
I have 3 PS3 consoles, one of which is a Gen 1 because the games I like to play are not on PlayStation Network.
Smart thinking.
That is true.
Yeah, my my Gen 1 PS3 is not going anywhere. Unless it breaks, then I'm gonna have to kill someone.
We still have our PS2, our PS3.
I
I
know.
still have my
I know.
PS4.
Look at it this way, Kyle. You've got 3 PS3 consoles right now. You're about 7 away from being able to build your own supercomputer.
And who still has all their old consoles?
Yeah.
Yes.
Game Boy Color,
Half of my
Game Boy
bookshelf is my own
Advance.
Right under here, we have old
GameCubes.
consoles. We have an old pair of old consoles in the closet,
Yep.
stowed away for posterity and shit.
Me and Juan, we own a Nintendo GameCube and a Nintendo 64.
I have stored away in one of my Game Boy cases a classic, original, gray, green scale screen Game Boy.
Nah.
She's got an old school.
That still works.
Sadly,
Yeah.
I was unable to preserve
Our-
my old PS1.
Our green, I have a green one. She had a purple one.
dare you.
Her Game Boy Color still
That's
works.
okay
Original
though, because I got a
Tetris.
PS4.
My DS
I
still
got a
works.
PS2,
The Advance still works.
and I know how to emulate.
GameCube still works.
Now,
All right, let's get on the subject of League of Legends.
Yes.
let's talk about League of Legends.
Okay,
Now,
LOL.
it is well known
Whoops.
that the average League of Legends players has a lot in common with the usual crack hobos. They are lost in their addiction, they are usually unwashed, and you can only look upon them with pity because it was only their own decisions that brought them to this point. Unfortunately, it's about to get a little worse. As you know, there has been a huge influx of new fans coming in thanks to Arcane. There has also been a huge influx of people leaving thanks to Arcane. And I'm gonna preface this with one important line. The annual revenue of Riot Games is $1.5 billion.
Yeah.
I want you to keep that number in there for a minute because League of Legends recently rolled up a bunch of changes that pissed off a lot of people. To begin with, they added gameplay imbalances that make it so the first team that gets a kill basically has an advantage for the entire match, making shit even more painful to get through. They greatly reduced the rewards for the Battle Pass, and they also doubled the price of the Battle Pass. It's like $20 now, as opposed to Marvel Rivals' $10 Battle Pass that gives me a bajillion skins and cosmetics. No, seriously, I'm like a few matches away from getting the cool Van Helsing Wolverine skin. It looks so sick, dudes.
Sick.
Also, Iron Man gets his own, he fucking took a bunch of chronobium and mixed it with dark metal to make an armor. It's basically anti-vampire armor.
Damn, that's awesome.
Anyway, point in case is, while other companies are doing better to give you more bang for your buck, Riot has decided to be worse. One of the things that pissed everybody off was the removal of Hextech chests. These are very important. You get them randomly by winning games, and sometimes they contain currency. Sometimes they contain skins, rare skins that you would normally have to pay money for. Or sometimes, if you're really lucky, they just outright give you a character for free. And that character is in your roster forever. Needless to say, no matter what you get, getting a Hextech chest is basically a guaranteed good thing. In fact, some players hoard them until they get or they purchase the player they want to, so they don't get that by accident, and then they start rolling for whatever. Now, needless to say, Hextech chests was one of the most prized things that you could get just by playing the game, and they were worth spending the time for. So needless to say, people got real pissed when they got removed. And just to rub even more salt, like Himalayan blocks of pink salt into your right there, you know.
I just scraped myself on the sidewalk. Why would you do that?
Well, hang on, let me wax you. It's getting worse because they put on a YouTube video explaining it, and it's exactly as bad as you think it is.
Tell us, Angel.
League of Legends explained in Game Rant why they removed the Hextech chest, written by Jose Rossi.
Jose Rossi
Oh,
yesterday.
wow. Motherfucker, he even got the accentuation mark. How come I don't get that one? I have one of those.
You're not that special, bro.
The government took away my mark.
It ain't that deep, bro.
It ain't
Fuck
that deep,
bullshit.
Angel.
It is to me.
I know.
Riot Games has shared a video with League of Legends where everybody got really fucking pissed at them. Players explaining why it removed the Hextech checks, stating that it was not sustainable in League of the long term.
AKA, it doesn't make us money. It doesn't
No,
make us money.
They did a 50-minute video that boils down to, we had too many players grinding to get the free skins, and we can't have that. We need more money. After the controversial decision to put an end to the highly sought-after Hextech chests, Riot Games gave the reasoning for this and explained what League of Legends plans are moving forward. League of Legends has been around since 2009 and has undergone significant changes throughout its more than 15 years on the market, including that part where they reconned all the lore. I'm not kidding.
I
reconned
remember
all the
that.
lore. What started as a popular Dota clone quickly became one of the best MOBA games in the industry. Questionable. Although LoL is free to play.
One of. You're not stuck with PUBG, are you?
Thank fuck, no.
Exactly.
Too many Chinese bots. I'm not touching that shit.
See, there you go.
Although LoL is a free-to-play game, it allows players to spend real money to buy skins and champions. Besides spending money, players could also access the skins through Hextech chests, a type of loot box that players obtain simply by playing the game. However, Riot Games has recently decided to put an end to this very sought-after feature. Following the Riot Games decisions, many League of Legends players called for a boycott. Many of them outright deactivated their accounts, by the way.
Oh!
I wonder why. But go on.
As the Hextech chests were the only way many of them relied to get skins. For the record, I'm not talking about the fancy $500 one.
Yeah.
Many of these skins were very close to the $100 price tag. I am not exaggerating. In response to the community's backlash, Riot released a video as part of the dev update, which two developers, aka the victims that we chose because they threw the short stick,
Ow.
explained the reasons behind the controversial move. The developers acknowledged the importance of the Hextech chests for certain players, but explained that they were not sustainable business models for the game.
Okay, we want you to still come and play our games, but we want you to pay money for
Pay
it.
for it, bitch.
I don't think we ought to fucking play.
No, they don't.
No,
deserve
don't.
it.
They don't deserve
They
it.
don't deserve it. Let's just keep
Fuck
it.
'em.
The developers also commented that the free chest has become the primary way for players to obtain League of Legends skins, aka the primary way of them to not pay us money. And most players stopped buying them, jeopardizing one of the only ways the games had to profit and leading to meaningful diminishing
Maybe because
returns.
they're so expensive.
Yeah.
Translation, we're not making enough money, you need to give us more money. Although this will directly impact players whose primary way of getting the skins was the Hextech chests, Riot has also stated that this move doesn't mean things will completely go back to how the way they were before this feature existed. As part of the League of Legends changes for 2025, Riot has promised to enhance the quality of upcoming skins, following community complaints about the latest ones. A little context for this. They fired most of the team that was used to the design
Yep.
skins.
Yeah.
So the recent designs are, quite frankly, lackluster.
They're shitty.
In other words, they want to hire better artists. Though it is still unclear when these changes will hit the game and what the new way for players to get free skins will be after the removal of the chests, there will be no way. Pay for it, bitch.
Yeah, no, and then people are gonna be, just dropping off because like, you fucked us over again. Nope, bye.
Yeah. Although Riot's reasoning seems to be reasonable, no it isn't, considering the current state of the video game industry and the amount of investment that games require for the development.
Motherfucker, please!
Yeah, it's bullshit.
They have gotten so much fucking money.
Oh, come on, they
this is
swim in it.
bullshit.
It is also understandable that removing such a popular feature would spark back. Yeah, no shit.
No, really?
It
You think
remains
we will
to be
take it
seen how
down?
the community will react to this latest. They reacted with extreme negativity, and they outright said, "Go fuck yourselves." I'm not.
You know they're gonna play the victim. Oh, we didn't
Wait,
know that we would get this much. No,
Bro,
bitch, you knew
no,
this.
it's
You
bad.
knew this.
We're gonna hit with this last one here.
Oh yeah,
Jose.
this last one.
This
I'm
last one.
sorry, Joe.
No, this is for Jose more than anything else.
All right,
so
I guess
sorry,
I'll
Joe.
take over
This
this
is
load.
for
No,
you.
no, no, it's for you. Angel's still got a fucking.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Look, yeah, all right.
So
All right, no, but-
last but not least,
But,
this is not necessarily bad as much as it's cringe.
The cringe is real, my friends.
And an article, once again, provided by Game Rant. The headline reads, I'll read the headline at least. WWE 2K25 has an unexpected weapon?
Obviously, it's wrestling, so you're gonna have weapons in the game because you gotta use it to fuck around with people.
But go on, Angel.
It's by Matthew Schoner.
Schooner.
Schoner. 4 hours
Restaurata
ago.
los motores. Oh wait, sorry, that was different.
That's a fucking ad. Run.
WWE 2K25 will include prime hydration stations and the individual drink bottles as interactive weapons, according to a report based on a session with the preview guild of the upcoming wrestling game.
For those who don't know, Prime Hydration and Prime Energy is owned by none other than
Logan fucking Paul.
So
Logan.
does this
Hang
mean
on.
that even they acknowledge that the drink is so bad you can only use it as a weapon to hurt people with?
By all means, Jose, keep reading. Suffer.
All right, hang on a minute.
Jose Angel.
Oh, him.
Okay.
Yes.
Visual Concepts was focused on adding more weapons in recent years, and WWE 2K3K seems to be no exception. Anyone watching WWE broadcasts or streams over the last several months can have ignored the presence of Logan Paul's Prime Sewer Water advertising. Prime secure a spot as a first ever advertising logo at the center of a WWE ring. Wrestlers sometimes use the hydration station to grab a refreshing drink or as an object to toss opponents into, and Paul himself is occasionally accompanied to the ring by a walking Prime mascot during his matches. One-time play by well-known streamer Speed, who got his
Show
ass
Speed.
kicked. Who got his ass kicked again.
Again, he got his ass kicked in the Royal Rumble this year.
I respect the fact that he knows he's there to get his ass kicked, because the next picture was him in crutches with a neck brace.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. He was literally in crutch like, I'm never doing this shit again.
Here's some.
I'm never doing this again. What the fuck?
I don't think we need to go to the rest of the...
Yes,
can
we
stop,
do.
We can stop here. Actually.
Suffer.
No, I don't
Suffer.
want to suffer anymore.
Hang on a minute. Give me more of that salt.
Fine.
Himalayan salt.
Ah!
You deserve this. You earned it.
I will remember all this.
Juan
all of
will
it.
You
remember-
boys and your wrestling.
Juan will remember that.
Hey, you're looking at me and Angel are just applying the salt
So,
and
yeah,
not
so
Zayana Rosa,
He's-
Dragon Fan.
He's just basically the
because they
article
don't care
saying
about
that, hey, we're going to be using Prime as a weapon now, which is funny because it's an energy drink, so you think a wrestler could drink it to heal. But no, they are all but stating that that shit is so bad you can only use it to hurt.
Wait, so does that mean that you can just, pop off the top and just pour it on someone's head?
I hope
I
that's
would-
That's funny!
That'd be weird.
That'd be
Wait,
funny
have
as-
it as a finisher.
Huh?
Have it as a finisher.
Ah, that'd be
funny
funny.
thing that actually happens in Yakuza.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh!
I will not. These things
no!
look
Behold,
amazing.
this is right in their fucking. No, this is right in the.
Oh no,
video.
gameplay footage.
I will
gameplay
lie.
footage
This
from
game
the-
looks amazing, dude.
All right, let's take a look here. They're obviously using the more updated arenas for 2K25.
So
Oh,
That is
yeah,
a
let's mute
big thing.
it's because they have a big ass fucking fake bottle.
Oh, that the
You be
tailbone break.
feeling that in the
Fun fact, that is also a finisher in Yakuza. You can do that to somebody.
You know what you call that? The end of the bloodline.
And with that, we have reached the end of our program. Oh my God!
Fuck you, Logan.
Very nice, very nice.
We want to thank all of you guys for tuning in tonight. You guys have been fantastic.
Isn't that 1,000 Years of Death?
Yes.
Let's do the
Oh my
pain.
God.
1,000 years of
1,000 years of prime.
Yep.
Anyway,
Well, before we go, I mean,
yeah,
come
let's go to the
on.
chat before we wrap
I'm
up.
working Game Boy Classic. Yes, I just need 72 pin connector to my NES. Yep, Viva Rivals. Rivals. Thank you for that, Lee Joseph.
All right, we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. You guys have been fantastic in the live chat. Very good, very awesome, very engaging. We appreciate all of it. And of course, now in terms of next week, Angel, we're still going to be continuing the story of A Plague Tale: Innocence, aren't we?
Of course, my friend. We have endured terrible discomfort, horrible pain, incredible humiliation. Oh, wait, no, that's not us. That's just him. We have gone through some shit going to France. Piles of corpses stacked as high as the eye can see.
Horse is exploding.
The stench
The
of
horse
death.
exploded.
Yes.
Horse.
A horse exploded out.
It was a horse.
It was a dead horse
Horse
already.
potion.
I figured.
The stench of dead body and decay so high it could poke the eye of God himself, and through it all, we're still going because we have a slingshot and a dumb child to protect. I hope that you will join us next Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and Kick, where once again, Miss Diana Rose will grab the controller and take us to another chunk of France in A Plague Tale: Innocence. In fact, we just cleared Chapter 5. We just entered Chapter 6, Damaged Goods.
We got captured. Sorry,
We
guys.
got caught because our dumb child tripped on a rock, and then somebody tripped a rock on us.
Actually,
But it's
that's kind of right.
A hot red-headed hobo saved us. So now we're gonna
Oh my God, she is a hobo.
She's hot.
I mean, to be fair, though,
She
we are
is
hobos.
hot.
Our home.
That's true too.
So please join us next time as we continue to recover our rocks, protect our friend, and escape the horrors of H.A. Night.
Yeah.
And of course, for any wrestling fans out there, tune into my program, Wrestle Rewind, which is every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern right here on YouTube and Kick. Join me and my tag partner, Mr. Wanda Rouse,
touch me.
as we review 3 of the most exciting pro wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. On last week's edition, we reviewed the men and women's 2025 Royal Rumble matches, and it was a lot of surprise, lots of shocking twists, and unexpected winners in the end. And we've addressed a lot of it, and it was crazy. It was bonanza. And on next week's edition, we'll be going back to our normal format, and we'll be reviewing the main event of this year's NXT's Vengeance Day.
When is it? This Tuesday?
It's happening today over in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C.
Here it is, Angel.
Because
Okay, cool.
forget Valentine, this is a month of vengeance for wrestling.
Revengeance?
No, listen, we're not there yet.
We're not quite there.
Bro, get out from the revengeance.
I cannot
hole.
escape the revengeance train. But what I can also not escape is the ring. So wait, if this is called Revenge Day,
Vengeance Day.
who's getting vengeance?
Obafemi, the dominant champion, is getting vengeance.
Or what, did he lost the champion title?
No, he has to defend it against 2 jackasses.
Okay,
At the
but
same
how
time.
is he getting vengeance if they're attacking him? Isn't that
Because-
just self-defense?
It's more like they attacked him first, and
They
now
did.
he's
Oh,
getting
okay,
vengeance.
so this is retribution time.
Exactly. And
Okay, cool.
and we'll have plenty more to talk about next Thursday, won't we, Juan?
Damn right. And of course, on Wednesday nights, we've got my program, The Black Files, the uncompromising and uncensored interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock. As you can see, on this show, we discuss a whole wide swath of stories spanning the spectrums of geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between. But on the Black Files, we just hone in on one story. And why do you do these things? You do it all the time.
Okay, you know how the salt...
It's-
Oh my god.
Your brother is made of Himalayan salt.
Do you want more salt?
He's him. I took a test of his
Man.
blood, 100% Himalayan.
I never should have gone to the planet Crate from
The
Star
chancla
Wars.
is ready.
There were consequences.
The chancla is ready.
Okay, Storm pulled out a chunkla.
Okay, okay.
She may not be Latina, but she's married to...
Alright, the salt is put away. We're putting away the salt.
I'm waiting for a note.
Can we use sugar instead?
Angel, I think she's pointing this...
Fun fact, you can
She's
actually
put-
torture people with melted sugar because the heat point of sugar is incredibly high.
No one can hear you.
Oh yeah, no, like the fact is, if you pour melting sugar
Angel's
on
in
somebody, it's
danger.
basically house
Angel doesn't know when he's in danger.
Wait, does that mean that Angel no longer gets to eat?
If I use melted sugar as phosphorus, can I call it sweet Pete?
You know,
Peter.
if he doesn't acknowledge that I'm waving a chancla at him too, he
no.
might not eat dinner.
No, I know it's there. I'm just saying if it's gonna happen anyway, I'm going to take
I claim this
part.
portion.
Tank Buster
Now
on
let
you
me
right
tell
now.
you about whale penises for a minute.
Angel, please, we're trying to close off. One, continue before you keep.
Now retrieve the trunkla.
Worth it.
You got hit by the Tank Buster.
It's okay. I will be your gun breaker.
Alright, so on the Black Files...
You just broke.
Just to give you guys an example, this past Wednesday night, we discussed the streamer Dream, the gamer, who is... Yeah, exactly.
Well, like all dreams, he poofed when reality came
Listen,
around.
I have dreams, but I've never heard of this
We don't
dreamy
have that
person.
dream.
And why the hell he is why is he being allowed to why is he advertised as a guest at MegaCon Orlando, which is happening right now, and why in the world people should not be very trusting of what the fuck is up with Dream. I don't see enough of their of people pointing out like this motherfucker was a serious problem. All right, I don't know who this person is, but I'm removing that. I don't know who they are.
Okay.
Continue then.
Yeah. Point is, Dream is an idiot, and he's gone ahead and tried to erase stuff off of the internet, like his face reveal, for example, like the fact that there's accusations of
Grooming.
doing things and grooming. Yeah.
The Minecrafting.
Yes, exactly.
What is it with Minecraft and inviting like the most
Yeah,
fucked
I
up
have
people
no
alive?
idea. I don't know.
Seriously,
But-
leave the kids alone, damn.
But clearly, the motherfucker has never heard of the Streisand effect. Which, and if you guys don't believe me, go ahead and tune in on this last week's episode of the Black Files, and be sure to request access as we go live every Saturday night. I mean, every Wednesday night. Fuck, at 10 p.m. Eastern time.
Damn.
I'm hungry too.
need
At
food.
10 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube and Kick for the Black Files.
And of course, tune into our main show, the #1 show on our channel, The Ravens Flock, which is every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Kick. Join me and my motley crew of nerds as we gather every week to discuss with you the latest news and topics circulating in the world of nerd and geek culture. Whether it's a slow week, a busy week, or even a dead week, no matter what companies are are trying to make a comeback, or what existing IPs are going for a third time, because third time's a charm, there's always something to talk about, and we'll be here to share with each and every one of you. I'm sorry, no hex tech treasures included.
I would like to add a small addendum before we proceed to the closing statements. I would like to send my sincerest condolences to a group of people that admittedly I never really got along with, but as we're all humans, I think that we
Gamers?
should do our best. Yeah, thank you. No, we should do our best to extend an olive branch and try to get along. To all the Souls players that are trying out Ninja Gaiden 2 for the first time, you're welcome. Shut up.
Do you mean get good?
Get
Good scrub.
Get good,
Get good, scrub.
Oh, holy
and,
shit.
and just
Thank
as
you,
we're
Jimmy.
leaving here, Genie Rick dropped a $1.99 super sticker!
Hey,
Sticker. That is very
And
cool.
they've been an inner flocker for 20 months!
Nice!
Perfect.
Unbelievable!
One
Thank you
month
very
away
much.
for the big 3-0.
Thanks,
I know.
bro. Appreciate it. And
Well
as usual,
done.
Your
Thank
presence,
you.
your time, and your money are greatly appreciated.
All right, and once again, we want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. This has been a great episode, and this is something we've been doing for a very long time, working hard and staying strong to make your voice our mission. With that being said, Juan, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Folks, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of The Ravens Flock, hosted by Jose Casabona, Angel Mendez, Dragon Fan Cosplay, Zion Rose Cosplay, K-Storm Cosplay, and yours truly, Juan Arouse, as we bring you the latest news in the world of geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between. Working hard and staying strong, making your voice our mission. Join us as we go live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an inner flocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/The Ravens Flock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlock online, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting live edition of our flagship show. Nerds watching all over the internet, we are the Ravens Flock, and we are Himalayan Salt!
Oh my gosh. You're so salty. Such a salty fucker.
Oh. Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God!
Man, who knew a spine was supposed to be that way?
Someone.